up, dude?
Hey, hello. How you doing?
Let's fucking cheers to this shit.
All
It's
right.
actually a monumental moment.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Fucking
Okay.
cheers, buddy. All right.
Cheers to you as well.
Yeah. All right. I'm Harley Moon, and this is the On the Moon podcast. And I'm here with a good friend of mine tonight, Justin. Justin, you live in the neighborhood, so so we've known each other for about probably at least since last winter. So
Yeah.
like I don't know, we were probably just watching
Yearish.
yearish get going on that. Watched some Blazers games and all, and I can't remember exactly when we really had a first talk, but I could have swore that it was we were probably watching a Blazers game.
I remember it pretty well. Been
Oh, yeah?
meaning to talk to you about this.
Yes, okay.
Okay.
All right, let's get into it.
Well, I was prowling the neighborhood in my trench coat as I do.
Yeah.
Believe I tried to sell you a pair of headphones. And then I asked you like an ultimate friendship question. Which
Yeah.
is if you wanted to buy some meth.
Yeah. Okay, now I know who you I remember you now. I fucking remember you now.
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't the greatest first impression. I think on your part, because I was trying to extend
Yeah,
an offer of friendship.
I'm sorry, man.
I meant, do you want to go buy some meth together? And
oh, that's what you
really,
meant.
yeah, you really shut me
Yeah.
down. And then that's why I asked you if you knew where to buy something after. So it was like, well, I guess I got to do this shit by myself.
Mystery solved. So you're the guy who was trying to sell me meth earlier this summer. Whoa, that was a good one, right?
It sounded, I hope that comes out as bassy and juicy.
Dude, that
as
was
it sounded
like-
in the room.
Sound like a fucking dinosaur in the headphones. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what? But for real, sorry.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
It seemed like a good opportunity to do a callback, if you will. But,
yeah.
yeah, for real. Yeah, I think I don't specifically remember the first time we met either, but just being regulars at our same neighborhood spot, and yeah, it was probably watching Blazers games.
Yeah, probably. And it was up at the bar counter too.
Yeah,
Back when we could actually
when we
sit
could actually
there.
do that an eternity ago.
Yeah. I miss that area. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, because like I don't know, because I saw you up there. You would be watching some games, and I knew that I don't know you. I could tell that you were a Blazers fan. I mean, you were that hat actually.
Yeah,
That you were-
probably.
yeah. So I don't know, but like I was still pretty new to the area, and I wanted to. I just, for me, I got this default in me to talk to people, and I just want to fucking talk to people, and
Yeah.
so, especially if like like we were probably watching like a good game or something. I bet where it was close, and we were starting to talk, and you were definitely schooling me on some fucking basketball knowledge, and I was still getting
like an asshole or
no. No, I won't lie because I hadn't watched basketball in a long time, and because I don't know, like I was a Pistons fan, so I just backed off,
I mean,
and
it'd be a good reason to stop
oh
watching.
yeah, man, yeah.
I mean, since shit, what was it, like 2000? When was the last time they that year with Chauncey, your favorite.
Oh,
and,
2004.
oh, shit,
2000,
okay,
that
yeah.
was the championship
See,
team.
I was thinking a little more recent, but then I remember like 2008, 2009. Now that was like Kobe, Pau Gasol, Lakers.
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
like,
no.
Yeah, so it was even.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was
Th-
like
this is-
16 years
This,
ago already.
yeah, this is Kobe's Shaq era.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think they had already done their three-peat.
Yeah.
So I think it was a three-peat that they did, right? Was it like they won 3
Was
years?
it at least 2?
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember if they were going for the three-peat or they did. No, they did do the three-peat. So I think they were going for 4, and they were really trying to do another Bulls.
Yeah.
Era.
No, yeah, I think you're right. And then they got I think it was like the Mavericks and the Pistons stole a couple in the middle there.
Yeah. Because the Pistons won. It wasn't the Mavericks. It was the Spurs that started.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because because it was 04 Pistons, 05 Spurs, because the Pistons were in the finals that year, and Pistons got, oh man, that fucking pissed me off so much. And then 06, I don't remember who was in 06.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember. I know Dallas got one.
Wasn't that
Nowitzki's one ring somewhere in there?
I thought that was 2011, 2010.
Yeah, it might have been
Somewhere
a
around
little
there.
bit later.
Yeah. The only other team I remember winning was the 08 Celtics within that decade.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The like Paul Pierce.
That was a good fucking team.
John Rondo,
Kevin Garnett. Yeah, like
and Ray Allen. Yeah.
damn, but pretty. Oh,
Burrito break.
yeah. What's up, bud? Ladies and gentlemen, I got my neighbor Ronan in the house here at the moment. So, oh shit!
Wow.
What is this guy?
It's like all out.
Michelada,
Enchilada.
burrito. You want to start on it somewhere?
I'm all good. Ryan.
Coffee cake.
Okay. I'll
There
take the
you go.
burrito. Hell yeah! Oh shit! This shit's hot.
Ready to go.
Got a hot burrito. Hell yeah!
I'm just a witness.
Okay.
I'm just listening to
All
the
right, you
conversation.
want to listen?
Yeah.
All
Let's
right. Sounds good. Appreciate it. I'll crack this one open right after the beer I got going on.
Go. Sounds good.
But hey, well, once again, we'll cheers.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, Justin, this is Ronan.
Justin, hey, we met at
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to see you again, man.
You too.
All right.
Yeah, Ronan's a good guy. We've been having some good talks. So, yeah,
I had just really already
yeah.
fucked this up and did
What?
something.
Yeah. No. You're doing all.
okay.
You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, like so. Okay, so what we were talking about basketball.
Yeah.
And then we were talking about all right. So 08. Yeah. So 08 Celtics. I guess that they round out that decade, and so. But yeah, anyway, I think we're kind of veering off point about how we met, really. So like we fucking so
It didn't take much to just start bullshitting about basketball. But
Yeah.
let's get off that. Let's talk about
yeah. So, but I guess what I remember, I think we probably formally met probably around January-ish. That would sound about right. And yeah, I don't know. Like we kind of just bullshit, talk about basketball, and we ended up finding out that we were both musicians and
Yeah.
and all that. So came to find out that that you're a that you're a songwriting too. So and another interesting thing to me was that what you said, you told me that you're originally from Tennessee, right?
No.
No,
Like Missouri.
Missouri,
But, yeah.
Missouri. But you lived it. Did you? No.
No. Went Missouri, Washington, California,
Oh
Oregon.
shit! I could have swore it. What the fuck?
It's a good spread.
Man, I'm sorry.
It is quite the spread. But I don't think I've ever been to Tennessee, but I feel like Missouri and Tennessee are equally as forgettable, interchangeable states. Sorry to the good people of Tennessee. Always wanted to go to
geez.
Nashville and shit, but
Shit, man. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm my bad. I can't believe I fucked that up. All right. Well, okay.
well, you're a very social man that knows a lot of people. And
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. Everyone's from somewhere around this fucking city.
Yeah.
No one's
I guess
from
that's
Portland.
what I'm saying is like it would be easy to cross signals with because everyone is from somewhere else. Like
Yeah, I'm sorry. Either way.
how
I
dare
should've-
you not
Yeah.
remember my entire backstory of my life?
Yeah. Damn it. Oh well. I'm originally from Venezuela, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I knew that, dude.
Yeah, that's not true at all.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Did you see me perk up in the background like, what? Like, how did I miss that?
I wasn't buying it, but I tried to go with it.
Yeah.
I just tried to one up, like, yeah, I remember that, dude.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to make up for just really not knowing where you're from. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, ask me anything you want about that history. It's not terribly interesting, but
Wait. Okay. So one more time. You were from Missouri, then you moved to Washington, and then take it from there again. One more time.
okay. Yeah, Missouri was like childhood till I was like 9. I really grew up in Washington, but eastern Washington, the desert part that no one gives a shit about or knows exists. And then moved down to Los Angeles area for about 7 years, which was pretty big mistake. Generally, well, there's a lot of people I still love,
How
love
old were
down
you?
there, but
How old were you when you?
18 when I moved down there originally to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up sticking around about 7 years just because of like the friends and like musical collaborators I made down there, but I never really intended to like stay there long term, and I didn't like living down there. I just stayed down there because of the people. So I always wanted to be back up in the Northwest. It was like here or Seattle, and really just had more people from my hometown in Eastern Washington that had moved here and not Seattle, and it was also cheaper to live here at the time.
Right. For sure. Yeah.
Came up here, and now I've been here about like 10 years.
So you said you went to school in LA.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did you go to school for?
I started going for a commercial music degree, which is mostly like music production,
Okay.
recording, emphasis. Yeah. and did that for like a year and a half, 2 years, and it's really like I don't think I want to work in this fucking industry or
Yeah.
and switched to English for about a year, because it was like it's just kind of directionless, and that was the only other thing I like, kind of had a talent for, and then fucking dropped out, and so that's, that's the short story.
So you really pieced out on the music side of it. So what bothered you about it? What bugged you?
I guess it was a mixture of things for sure, but definitely like I guess when I was 18 years old, I thought like I didn't have any, I've like played in like so many bands over all these years too that I was doing whatever else, but didn't really have any like grand delusions about like hitting it big with a band or something. I just liked playing in bands and making the music that I make with other people. But so I guess initially as like a young dumbass 18-year-old, I was like, well, I think I'd like to learn more about production, and I think it'd be like a stimulating or fun career, I guess, to like work on other people's stuff, or and just especially down there, and the shit you learn going through programs down there. I don't want to do that at all. I actually don't want to. I would be miserable mixing strangers' shitty pop music for a living.
So was it really more so the fact that you weren't really on board with the music that was being produced or being made, and was it like a certain kind of thing? Because the way that I kind of see it with how LA kind of goes is that it's all kind of factory made stuff. Like if you're going down there to be a music artist, especially a pop artist, you're going for the factory made shit that the fucking record labels want to hear, so that you wow them and you make them all happy and you get on their shit and fucking da.
That was a lot of it, even down to like I don't know how many times I heard before I quit the program, like hearing like this is how you mix this, like this is how you mix voices, this is how you mix drums, this is how you record and mix, because that's the industry standard. And it's like I don't, coming from a background where I'm way more interested in like, I don't know, it sounds I guess probably fucking corny anymore to say like DIY punk, like home recording, whatever but that's my background, and like I learned some important techniques and things, but it was just like I don't really, I guess the other thing they always like professors and shit pounded home over and over again into your brain as part of that program was like even just trying to meet that goal of maybe I can make an okay living mixing other people's music that I think is shit. It's like, when you finish this very expensive degree, expect to, if that's what you want to do, like, expect to be getting people coffee and interning in studios for up to a decade before you ever
Whoa.
get the chance. And it's like, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just like, fuck it,
yeah,
I'm out.
yeah.
I'm good. I'd rather, I learned some things, but I would rather apply this knowledge to
Right. Yeah.
projects I actually care about, even if they make no money off of
Right,
them.
right.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, I get what you're saying with that too. You gotta love what you're doing. And it's one thing to know how to record, and it's one thing to have that skill. And just but like for me, like the reason why I'm able to do this right now is because I learned how to record music on my own.
Yeah.
That was out of necessity. That was like a survival tactic.
And I've learned
Yeah.
more, like, it's not like I didn't learn shit in that program, but I've also learned how to, at least for, I guess, specific tastes or styles are like kind of outside of the norm. I feel like that sounds fucking corny too, but
Yeah.
you learn more with just hands-on necessity. Like, I don't know, like I'm more of the kind of like Steve Albini recording attitude.
Yeah, I know what you're
that's
saying.
like work
Yeah.
with what you fucking got.
Right, right. Get what you're
and
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And Steve Albini, that's a dude. I mean, fuck. I mean,
Yeah.
that's he's. I mean, shit, man. Did you know that for the that Nirvana album he did,
Like in utero.
yeah, he didn't really. He really did not, like, in the long run. He didn't make shit off that. Like he got his fucking.
Well, they had who was I think it was Butch Vig. They had, I might be misremembering. That could be wrong, but they had somebody else that come in and like remixed the songs after he did it.
Right.
Like for
Right. Steve Albini, he got his recording rate, like, or whatever, like what his, what he wanted to be charged for the album recording and all that. So he but he didn't want royalties.
Yeah.
So he chose not to get royalties on it. Whew, boy, I mean, admirable, no doubt, but the fact that Nirvana ended up becoming
he could be
he could have made as much
than he is now.
He could have made as much money as Butch Vig.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
I think he's still doing fine, but part of the reason I like respect him so much is because I'm making decisions like that anybody else probably wouldn't, because he really is all about, like, you can go to Chicago and book cheap studio time with him. He'll record any band and like he's always booked up, but it's like I'll like record whoever for like the scale budget of what your band can afford. You might have to wait like months and months to do it because like
he's always in debt though. Like he it seems like it, but this was, I'm going off of
we did win the world poker championship like a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I don't know if you saw
that's how he paid the bills. Oh
maybe.
my god,
I don't know.
It seems like it. Whew. That's one way to get it done.
I just thought that was really fucking funny. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
he probably, like, at his own expense or damage to his own livelihood, I think, goes out of his way to
Right.
like give, because he knows what it's like to come up in like
Mm-hmm.
playing bands no one gives a shit about, no one goes to see, and like worked
Yeah.
his way into like
Yeah, I hear that.
I do think it's I don't know. I don't want to turn this whole thing into like jerking off Steve Albini. Other
Yeah.
sketchy aspects about his
Yeah.
shit he said in
Well, he's a good producer.
controversial.
He's a good producer. He's in the punk realm. I mean, he's definitely one of the greats for sure. So I don't know. Give props to Steve Albini. Cheers to you, motherfucker. God damn you.
Mixed some of my favorite albums by some of my favorite bands. I like the bands he's been in. So,
I think he's mentioned in this book that I haven't finished reading.
Oh, I in that a little bit. Right?
Yeah,
I was wondering what that's about.
Yeah, the Foo Fighters.
Oh yeah.
It's about Dave Grohl. This is the call, and it's a fucking. You can see I'm only halfway through it, and I stopped reading it months ago. I'm having a hard time fucking reading right now, and I'm just not. I've never been the greatest at reading, but if there's a book that intrigues me, like Dave Grohl's like the fucking guy I want to know about, and this really goes in depth. It really goes in depth on his fucking career.
As far as just like how to navigate that industry, or like
no, his life.
Yeah,
I'm talking like this motherfucker's
personal,
life, and so I stopped around the Nirvana days right now, and very fucking interesting shit. His journey, how he ended up getting into Nirvana. He was fucking stranded in LA with his old band Scream.
Yeah.
And they fucking somebody had just left the band. It was one of their band members, and they were staying at their one of their band members' like sister's place, who was a stripper. And so she'd come home with fucking money like all the time, and so they were like taken care of by her and her roommate, and then he was getting really tired and homesick, and he wanted to play music. He felt like that Scream wasn't gonna pan out, so then he gets a call from I think it was Chris Novoselic, and it was either I think it was Chris.
I think it was
and he gets the offer to try out for Nirvana, and he got the offer, and he goes, "Hey, and he tells his band members, he goes, "Hey, I think I'm gonna go up to Seattle and try out for them." And he goes, and so the other guy goes, he's like, "Yeah, you're not coming back." And then he's like, "Well, you don't know that," and then he's like, "No, you're not coming back." And so he
right.
he knew. And the thing was, Nirvana was Chris Novoselic and Kurt Cobain. They were looking at him from an earlier time.
Yeah.
So they knew about him beforehand. And that's kind of a weird thing about music scenes back then, is that, especially the punk scene, was that it wasn't about the internet. Somehow, word of mouth, or you see them at a show, these zines or whatever the fuck.
Definitely
records.
Something I feel like you get less of now. Like those kind of connections. And,
you just don't see that anymore. And that's another thing that kind of bugs me about music today. And I've been having a hard fucking time really fucking sorting through my shit when it comes to music. The internet is a great fucking thing. It's a great fucking way to really get your music out there, but it's also shitty in another way too. Like you don't have that certain charm anymore, like that you used to when it came to that Nirvana kind of.
It's like
thing.
I don't know, like I guess being more easily to record at higher quality with home recordings, and everything being more affordable, and like being able to record out of your laptop and all that was
right.
Like initially supposed to be like, oh, this is the great equalizer that all these unheard bands will
Right,
now be
right.
heard, and like I think it's like, feel like it was a pretty small window of that maybe, and now it's just completely oversaturated. Like you don't have any better chance of getting heard than
Yeah.
and so it's like now you've got that without that old kind of community or network of the like spread out like zine culture and
Yeah.
like bands connecting and by like touring around and playing in shitty dive bars and you know.
Right. Well, we're kind of headed in a different direction when it comes to having music out there nowadays. It seems like it just it. I'm not sure what the hell to make of it right now, because the thing is,
either.
I don't accept it for the way it is. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm not. But maybe that's like the inner old man in me that wants to, or the old soul in me that's like, it's like,
think we're on the same
no.
page
Back
there.
in my day, it used to be this fucking way, and it fucking worked.
For
Yeah,
sure.
so
I
it's
definitely feel more and
Yeah.
more like that. So I don't mean to be like Boomer Junior about fucking like.
yeah. No, I hear you.
I agree with you though.
Yeah. No, I think the thing is though, and I think I think a big problem is for a lot of, especially bands like rock bands that want to get out there, whatever. When I say rock bands, I'm saying vast genres,
Right,
like the
right,
subgenres, whatever the
Just
fuck you are.
the classic kind of guitar bass vocals. Anything in that
you
realm.
know, the bare minimum of those instruments, and then whatever you
regardless
can,
of genre. Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Gotcha.
So I just think you gotta provide more. You gotta bring more to the table nowadays.
Yeah.
I think people's attention spans when it comes to that are now like shorter. Is it shorter or smaller? Like
shorter.
shorter.
Well,
yeah. Okay.
I mean,
shorter. Okay.
I think
Yeah.
smaller might apply too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Both.
See, this is where I'm getting stupid here. Yeah, no. Okay, so shorter. We'll go. We'll shorter. Okay, so, yeah. So you gotta give them more. You gotta like okay. Think about 20 years ago or anywhere between late 90s, early 2000s. You had a lot of fucking bands that were coming out with personalities, like you know, I mean, take your fucking pick. Like, I mean, there are a wide range of that. You go from Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, Limp Bizkit, Slipknot, fucking Static X, fucking Kid Rock, for fuck's sake. I mean, however you feel about him.
Yeah.
You know,
It was big over the top personalities for sure.
Yeah. They were expressing something in what they do, and you're seeing a lot of casual shit today. When a rock band comes out, they look like you, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
it's just something out there is just being shown, like the way that they did it.
There's a level of theatricality that is missing now. Yeah.
It's why you pay an expensive
With
fucking
most.
ticket to go see them.
Yeah.
Because they're putting on a fucking show. And like Metallica still kind of looks larger than life. They don't look like you or I when they're on stage. They're dressed differently still. They're 60 fucking years old. I mean, do you got a fucking dad or grandpa or whatever that fucking dresses up like them for fucking just on a regular fucking Tuesday afternoon or something?
Yeah.
Like
on a visual, yeah, like theatrical level. I think they're committed to it. I don't. I still think they fucking suck. But
you don't like Metallica? Oh man.
like I'm fine with.
I like
And
Metallica.
I'm not trying to be the like only the old stuff jerk off guy, but
Yeah. I get what you're
the
saying.
80s
Yeah.
more when
Yeah.
when there was
do you-
more drugs involved. It
Yeah.
hit a lot harder than.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, there's one of my favorite live tracks of all time is a Metallica live track, and it was from a 90s album that they like a live album that they did, and it was in
One of the like orchestra ones.
no.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
it was not long after the White Album came out. It was actually when they were pushing it, and it was in Mexico. That's what it was. And they did the best fucking version of Enter Sandman I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, okay.
It
So
was
just a live version of it.
It sounds so fucking good. Massive, just dun, 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 dun. Like it just like you feel it, and you're like, if you got your headphones on, you're like, fuck yeah. Like, you just want to burn something down.
Yeah, I get you, but yeah, I mean, I think we've talked before about
It's fucking good.
You're a little bit more on the metal tip, and I'm a
listen
little
to
bit
a
more
bunch
on the
of
punk
shit.
tip because I find
Yeah.
Say, when
that
something
more
makes me wanna burn
visceral.
something
but-
down, like that's to me is good music.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, and it's
It's
important.
adrenaline. Yeah.
So
yeah.
if it makes you feel that, it's
Yeah.
um,
Well, and give it a listen. You know what? I'll tell you what. Do you have Spotify?
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the. I'll text you the track on that because I want you to hear what I'm hearing. They do this little fucking
Sure.
intro. They open up with that song for first off. They open up with their biggest song, like
Yeah.
that's fucking all right. That takes balls to begin with, and then you got to go. You're probably playing for an hour and a half as well. So you're going through
Well,
it.
probably like their biggest hit at that point, but like
Yeah.
Metallica fans already know they still have like a lot of other shit at that
Enter
point.
Sandman was the biggest one. I don't give a fuck
it
what anyone
was,
says.
But
Yeah,
they got plenty of shit off of like
yeah, that was
Kill 'Em All or Ride the Lightning
Yeah.
or whatever to play that fans will
yeah.
be stoked about. But
That was the biggest. That was the biggest. That was the first
Or
guitar
Master of
riff
Puppets.
I ever learned. Yeah,
yeah.
Enter Sandman was the first guitar riff I ever learned.
I
And,
guess that's
yeah.
like same. But I guess that's another reason I'm not trying to throw out Metallica disrespect.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah,
but
you don't have
it
to.
is,
Yeah.
like I don't like at least like I learned how to play lead guitar a lot off of like Metallica and like Led Zeppelin and like you do realize like at some point you're like, oh, this guy's just shredding the same scales in different keys and like I
Yeah.
guess that's still impressive, but it's not
I get that. Yeah.
at a certain point I'm like,
well. Okay. Look.
that's not the only aspect of the music. I get
Yeah.
that it's the whole thing, and the other aspects of the
Yeah.
band. But I actually like.
Well,
I think Hetfield's like a more interesting guitar player than Kirk Hammett. Actually.
Well, okay. Well, do you? What are your thoughts on?
In a way.
What are your thoughts on AC/DC?
Yeah, like that's another one that it's like you learn your rock chords and your pentatonic scales by learning AC/DC songs, and it's pretty. There is still an appeal to it that I can get down with. It's just so like primal. In a good way, but at the same time, it's the most basic. Like every
the point,
song
though.
is like
That-
EAD and just treading the same pentatonic scale. Yeah, and
Well,
I get it.
And that's the
yeah.
point. Yeah.
I gotta be in the. It is, and I just gotta be in the right mood at this
Yeah.
point. It would probably help if some of these bands weren't just so, like every fucking syndicated classic rock station in every city just plays the same songs by these bands all day, and so you just hear them for years and years, and
Well, yeah.
it's a shame.
Well,
I
it's
feel like
dad
because
rock.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, and you forget about the inherent like how badass it was, or like the impact of it. Like the
Of course.
first
You
time
gotta
you heard
appreciate
it,
Right.
it just gets so watered down by overplaying it. Really,
Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but
No,
I think you were
I'm
right when
probably
you said
talking
that.
too much, sorry.
No, you're fine. It was just okay. Like there's these one thing I remember growing up on were classic rock stations
Yeah.
that would have this consistent playlist every fucking day.
same
To a fucking
songs
T,
at
right in
the same
time.
hour.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah, fucking. You got Led Zeppelin, you got your AC/DC, you got your fucking Def Leppard, blah 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 blah. Like
Yeah.
all this shit. Like or Twisted Sister and fucking Motley Crue and I don't know.
I guess I just resent that more than I resent like the actual those bands' music.
Yeah, well-
because it takes away the impact.
but that's also the problem with pop radio
Yeah,
too at the same
absolutely.
time. Same fucking thing. So like I get it with AC/DC, the drum beat every time is
yeah.
yeah, it's just but at the same time I'm also like, yeah, that's all I need. And like
Man, and
So-
there's still some like there's a handful of like if somebody like puts like Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap on the jukebox at the dive bar, I'm like, man, this song fucking rules. And then like and I'm like, but it's also like 90% of their other songs. I don't know why I like this one
It
better.
is, though.
I guess it's because it's like about a hitman. It's like shit goes off, but
I mean
it's the same as all.
It's hard to deny it.
One of the funniest things I ever fucking read was like I think like this was like a while back, probably like 90s, early 2000s, but like some interviewer, I don't remember if it was like Rolling Stone or Spin or whatever the fuck, but was like interviewing Malcolm Young. It was like what do you say about people who say like you just made the same album 10 times? And it was like he was like I'd say that's totally bullshit because we made it 12 times. Or like it was like he didn't know how many albums. It was like just the number was wrong. And so I like that kind of like he took ownership of it. He's like,
right. No,
like,
no.
I don't give a fuck. It's rock and roll. Like I like that.
You have to respect that. I mean, you can't knock that at all. I'm sorry. I'm here. I'm just making sure I'm all good on my fucking shit here. I might have to pee really quick, so I'm gonna do that really quick. I'm gonna let you guys talk amongst yourselves if that's okay.
Yeah, no worries,
Really
man.
quick. I don't want to fucking end on the music convo too, because I want to talk about song structure
Sure.
and song arrangement.
We'll put a pause on that and we'll just
Yeah.
jam about some bullshit for a
Yeah.
second. Sounds good.
All right, so I'm back. I already pissed. You guys actually had a little bit of a chat, and I'm a fucking dickhead, and I paused it because I didn't know. I didn't know, Ronan, if you were like down to fucking have it being recorded as so, but you fucking actually shined through it, and I heard it as I was pissing, and I'm sorry. And
Hey.
yeah,
It was fun. It was
Lost
fun.
forever.
Yeah.
Y-
it was
it's
fun.
lost
It was good
forever.
practice. It was good practice. I had a good time.
Fuck. God
We
damn.
talked about a bunch of things. It
Yeah,
was- it
yeah.
was whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah. Yeah. But
back to the sports.
Oh yeah. Oh no, no, we were talking about music. You guys were
Music,
were
sorry.
talking
Yeah.
about sports.
Music.
Yeah.
Bloody
think-
Marys and
yeah.
all kinds of shit.
Drinking this fucking what is what,
Michelada.
is it? Was it by Budweiser?
It's a Budweiser and Clamato
Oh
Michelada.
yeah, those guys.
Con sal y limón.
Hello.
Very authentic. Yeah.
Yes. Tastes like a V8. Getting all your fucking nutrients in, right?
Getting the drunk in, getting the nutrients.
You were thinking about health. Yeah. Yeah. Oh
Not
yeah.
really, but I just after a good long day of work.
Yeah.
Michelada.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like the level of authenticity of like Taco Bell.
Oh.
For
The
but
healthiest.
hey, it was pretty tasty when I
Sorry,
just took a
but
simple one.
but the healthiest choice
I also
after
love Taco Bell.
after 1 a.m. the healthiest choice in the world is Taco Bell. Let's get that fucking straight.
It
Yeah.
I don't-
probably is
so,
like.
you know,
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
healthy,
yeah.
but it's probably the healthiest fast food choice.
it is a fast food choice. I mean, it's one of them.
I mean, all the meat's
I don't know.
like 90% soy, so
It is the
I don't
health-
know now that they cut their menu.
It's
what's
the
even
healthiest
on there.
choice because it's the most affordable choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, also.
Which makes no sense at all, but let's go with that anyhow, right?
Hey, Taco Bell is my personal fast food weakness, and I won't apologize for that.
Yeah, I know.
So-
I, would not
I
ask you to
fucking love
apologize.
Taco Bell.
But back to the music, though.
Yeah, oh yeah.
yeah, so music sucks.
Yeah.
All music has just
Yeah.
come to the conclusion that it all pretty much sucks, so
Well, okay, so song arrangement though.
yeah.
Let's just get back to that
Yeah.
at least. We don't really have to go there, but
No, go
yeah.
for it.
I learned in after my last band I was in, it was more of a punkish band, like alternative rock punk band kind of deal. What was really bad, what I believe went wrong with it was our song arrangement, and that was on me a lot. I felt because, and I'm sure my band members were like, "You fucking asshole! Well, you it's not on you. It wasn't about you, man. I know it wasn't about me. Just letting you know that I've been making music for 18 years and shit." So the thing was song arrangement, by going from like figuring out how do you start a song and how do you end it.
Yeah.
And how do you end it properly? And one of the biggest mistakes I made for a few bands I was in was ending a song on some long drawn out bridge that sounds epic as fuck, and it's just unnecessary, and
Sure.
it's like okay, well, where is it going? Like you got to come back to the
And
chorus.
just doing like the fade out, or
Well, no. Like, okay, let's say it's verse or intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, 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 and it just goes on forever. And I did that a few times with some songs that I did, and it's made no sense because you gotta end. The whole point of a bridge is that you're changing the pace of the song. You're adding you're adding a new element into the song that changes it, and then you got to bring it back home though, and that's
yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, I think I'm following you, because like, yeah, even if that bridge is the most dynamic or like the climax of the song, it is kind of, it's a difficult thing to learn, like that's the fucking peak. So I just like we should keep doing that like as long as possible. I it's a hard thing to learn to like I think kind of leave the audience wanting more. Like if
Right,
that's the
right,
fucking
right,
thing
right.
in the context of the rest of the song, like it has more impact in juxtaposition to the, like, if
sure.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or is that what you were?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that you have a bridge. If you're telling a story in a song,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. I think that's the big thing about it. And I'm a big overthinker, so the thing is, I kind of fucking shoot myself in the foot more often than not. And so, if you're telling a story in a song where you start off the way that, say, if take away the lyrics already for a second, and you have you have the you have the instrumentation going on, or the instrumental, and
You still have a story arc in your mind already.
yeah, but the instrumental should be also a part of
Yes.
that fucking story. So the thing is, though, sometimes it doesn't. That's not the way it works in a band, and and there's actually, when you're in a band, even if you don't got a vocalist, you're just some garage band or whatever, you're looking for a singer, you can tell a story in a song instrumentally,
Yes,
without
absolutely.
ever having a fucking vocalist involved.
Absolutely.
But when you have that vocalist, and if you got the right fucking vocalist, they can actually look at it, they can understand the translation and all that, and just say, all right, well, I know how to do this lyrically, and I know how to fucking tell a story lyrically. Lyrics are just so fucking crucial to the fucking matter, to where you just, you have to fucking, you have to recognize all fucking spectrums on it, and in order for it to work. And I, I was in a band with somebody who, and he's an old friend of mine, and he just fucking knew, but he was also helping with the writing process, but he chose to be a singer, and we ended up getting another guitar player, and he just fucking, he knew that when we went into the studio, he was able to fucking understand the song and be like, okay, he freestyled the lyrics, and they ended up being the final lyrics when he was playing it live. And so he had this natural ability, and he really could have done something too, I felt. But he just, I don't know, he just had this fucking ability to tell a story throughout the song. And even if the song sucked, like, he still was like the last fucking person, like to just save it, in case it really truly sucked instrumentally, and obviously I'm not sitting there saying I'm
could
writing.
like elevate it a little bit.
Yeah,
just by,
well, the thing is, though, when you're a listener, you're listening to lyrics. I mean,
I think that depends on the listener, but
it does depend on the listener, but I'm talking like the average listener.
Yeah,
Average
yeah,
listener is
you're-
not like you or I listening to the instrumentation band. Like, what's going on here? What's going on?
Yeah.
How are they leading that into the fucking pre-chorus or chorus and
you're
that
probably
kind of thing?
right about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I think that people listen to lyrics more
But
than.
but that's the thing. That's the unique thing about being a musician. How you listen to music today, or compared to how you listened to it before you picked up an instrument, and if you played with a group or a band or something, or whatever, you have a different perspective on music at that point. But if you've never picked up an instrument, which we at some point we've all been there in that way, so so there are times where I do try to think about that, and I try to consider that, but if you just don't really, I don't know, you just kind of gotta look at it. I don't know, you just gotta look at it in a way where you just need to maybe think about, like, kind of bring it back to the beginning for yourself with listening to music, and be like, really drew me in to like this band or this song
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah. I think that it's not easy to do sometimes because I think
Yeah, it's
that
tough.
that ties into just kind of like there's certain sounds or styles like ties back into like whatever AC/DC like it's hard to like reapproach or reimagine like what that was like the first time it kicked you in the nuts when you were 12, you know? Like
Right.
like
Yeah.
yeah, it can be hard to like if you're trying to write to like I guess catch hold of that spirit or like it's tough to gauge how much you're making the impact or attempting
Yeah.
to make
Yeah, and but that's the
when, in a world where everybody's heard everything and it's boring. Like
right. Well, that's my fucking problem with everything is that I don't feel like music artists are being all that genuine anymore in what they're doing, and that what the motive really is that they're looking for the big fucking paycheck. They
Yeah.
want their royalties to really have a good percentage when they get a check in the mail or whatever the fuck. And but the thing is, it's like what you're really as an artist at this point with the way things are going with selling the record, you can't be thinking about a fucking paycheck. You can't
well,
like when it comes to
are still
royalties.
thinking about
Royalties,
that are delusional.
Yeah. When it comes to royalties, don't expect dick. Like, don't expect it.
Don't-
like there are ways to make money doing what you're doing. There are ways. It's possible.
Yes.
It's not out of the fucking realm of things. Eliminate the fact that you're looking to make money off a song. Like
Yes.
like there are it sucks. It's a fucking shitty way of really realizing that, but that is the reality of the
But it's
music
already
industry.
outdated if that's what you're expecting. Like
Right.
for sure.
No, it's
And there are other avenues and ways to do it. But
yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
No.
cut
but,
off your thought.
No. But that's what's up, and no, it's kind of fucking. I don't know. You just gotta really. You just kind of need to. You need to realize that if you really want to make a living in music, you need to be innovative. Now more than ever, you need to really say something. You need to say something. Your lyrics need to mean something more than fucking ever. And whatever the fuck it is, because I think especially with what's been going on this year, whatever it is that you're believing in, you need to you want to listen to a song that hits you, and not only hits you in a way where it hits you lyrically, but also that music at the same time. It's a big fucking thing when a song can fucking not only hit you lyrically, but that music impact, like just sonically and like just all the shit.
marriage of that where they meet that perfect point.
where the mood is matched, I guess.
Yes.
So when you have a song that can fucking do that, damn, you're fucking in the money. You are in the money. But you can't just go there searching for it, looking for that like you're looking for a paycheck. You need to go out there looking for that like in a good cause, like with like your heart really says something to say like this song means this much to me. That what I have to say in this song, I don't give a fuck if I get a dime or not. This song means the world to me. And that's what a hit song should fucking be today. Right now. Rather than this fucking plastic pop bullshit that we're being fed.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm agreed. And more cynical about it, I think. because I don't think what you're talking about is necessarily what people want.
What do people want?
The latter, like
A quick fucking twerk song or something, like.
yeah, basic, like yeah, I don't know, I guess I don't know, like
I don't
something you
know.
can make a
I
twerk
just don't know anymore.
TikTok
Like,
video too.
Yeah, TikTok. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like,
I know very little about that as again pre grandpa man in his mid-30s.
Hey, I'm an old soul as well, man. So
yeah, you know.
I hear you. You taking off, Ronan?
Mm-hmm.
All right, bud. Thanks for stopping by.
We don't stealth like.
Yeah.
Man,
All
you
right,
just
you too.
made like the supply drop. That was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
There we go.
Have a good night. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a tough thing, dude. Like I really believe in myself that I could write a fucking pretty good song. And yeah, that sounds like, that sounds egotistical. It sounds like whatever the fuck, but
I know from listening to your stuff that you have a very good sense of structure, and like, yeah, you know how to write a song. Like, you have the goods to back that statement up. And again, sorry. I feel
no, I appreciate.
feel like I keep interrupting you.
I appreciate hearing that. I'm on a constant hunt, and it's been like this for years and years and years, decades, man. It's just I don't know where I stand with wanting to write music today anymore. We've had such a fucking exhausting year.
It's yeah.
I'm exhausted. And I, like,
It takes a lot of energy on top of normal life to participate in trying to be a whatever you wanna call it, musician,
right.
songwriter, record shit like that. At least for me, it takes a lot of energy on top of trying to survive in when the world's normal.
It's tough. Yeah. No.
It's even tougher right now.
Yeah, no, making music right now is a tough thing. It's a tough thing because you can't go play live or anything like that. And,
Yeah.
even if you're someone who just doesn't go and do that often, tough. It's tough. I mean, shit, dude. Like I've seen both fucking spectrums of it, and it sucks. And I wish I really had a good solution to it, and I was hoping to have some type of solution for myself upon moving back to Detroit, which I'm not moving back anymore, and that's a tough.
For sure. Or
I guess, I mean, I have no plans anymore of going back, and I got several reasons for doing it, for going back, and
yeah.
I can't do it now, and there are just all these circumstances that just make it difficult for it to be a possibility right now, and I'm just gonna have to reevaluate next year and just see what next year holds. So
yeah, sure.
And just fucking see what happens here. The thing is, I fucking love being here, and
Well, a lot of people love you here. You're
Yeah.
like you've really become part of like the local community. So like I know like a lot of us don't want you to leave. But,
I know, yeah.
I also understand. You got, yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
I know you've been wrestling with this decision, but at least the last time I talked to you personally about it, it still sounded like is probably delayed, but
Yeah.
you gotta go do the thing and go back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I like if you need to take a beat and reassess next year, like
I don't got a choice anymore. I really
Yeah.
don't. I was just like
yeah, I
certain-
gotcha.
Yeah, certain things just plans kind of fell through.
Right.
Plans kind of fell through on it, and it's just like, what can you do? And so, and the world's on fucking fire right now, and at least our world is. And I mean, damn, dude, like, we're living in smoke right now, and that's fucking insane. Like, what we're living in right now is something. What is this? Like, I know this is stranger than usual, so it's like,
It definitely is.
yeah. And you've lived here. How long have you lived here for?
Like 10 years.
Okay,
And, well, I
Yeah.
been telling my family and shit that like again, even after like living like down in Los Angeles area for 7 years, we're like pretty close to like the foothills that would catch on fire consistently every summer. Like pretty close to me. So there would be like
Right.
smoky shit in the air on top of the smog. Even since living here, when like there's like Vancouver area fires several years back. There was like only 2 or 3 years ago, like that little shithead kid that lit fireworks off in the dry like national park, and like the fires spread over here to the
Really?
point where you could see smoke in the air and shit. Like none of those experiences are come close to how bad this is right now.
I mean, what I've seen here is that it feels like I feel like I'm in a different movie every day.
Yeah.
You know, like take your fucking pick. Like one day it feels like Total Recall. Another
Yeah.
another fucking day it feels like Silent Hill, or like, oh god, man. Like, I mean, and then there's days where I feel like I'm on a different fucking planet, like Mars. And then there was one day last week, it might have been a week ago today, where it was it looked like fucking Mars out here, and then it quickly looked like Venus.
Yeah.
And it was like, so it went from red to yellow. Yellow!
Yeah.
Fucking yellow! What the fuck? And then that wasn't even the start of your breathing, like, feeling fucking weird.
Yeah.
And then now, like, yeah, like fucking, yeah, you breathe in this shit, and that's where the Silent Hill part comes in. So it's like you're breathing in ash, and that is fucked. Like on another fucking level. I've had like what was it over the weekend? Like my lungs felt like I had a buildup of an ash, and that is a crazy fucking thing to fucking experience for just going outside and just doing whatever. And I'm wearing this fucking mask too. Like, you know, I was doing this, and then but it doesn't mean a goddamn thing apparently. So yeah.
Fine for COVID, but the particles are too small.
Apparently,
that's
that's another thing too. Like, okay, so what does, you know, what's the story with COVID? Like, you know,
well, I mean, no, to make it clear, I'm not. well, I guess
Well, no,
now we're doing visual shit that people
Yeah.
can't see, but I guess like I have no doubt that like the mask that we're both
Yeah,
like pulling up,
it helps. Of course, yeah,
like
yeah.
are extremely helpful for COVID, but I guess I was just saying like, yeah, it's now like they aren't enough for this fucking
No. And yeah, like Ronan, yeah, homeboy, he fucking, he gave me one of these fucking
Yeah.
masks right here. It's an NP95.
yeah.
And yeah, it's helped a great deal for me. I'm all like, hell yeah, like I fucking, yeah, like I don't know, it's helped me a great fucking deal. And I've been using that outside. You saw me when we were walking back to my apartment here. And yeah, so it helps. And I'm realizing the importance of the quality of a mask. So however, I got my fucking default, as well. Dude, I tell you what, man, I still gotta pee again. Like, I feel like we're on fucking bar shit right now.
Oh
with
no,
this,
dude,
yeah,
dude,
yeah,
go for it.
yeah, yeah,
You can take a pause, or you can
yeah. We're gonna take a pause here. Three.
leave me to regale your audience with personal thoughts that you can delete later.
That's fine. Oh God. Ugh.
Or probably just chill. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll make observations about the contents of your room.
Actually, go for it. Go for it. That's actually good right there.
Wow. There's a large tapestry of a moon in front of me, which is appropriate for the podcast. There's a Damian Lillard jersey draped over the back of a chair. There's a pet. Oh, well, I don't know if I should say this on the air, as it were, but there's a large cage with appears to be some sort of ocelot. Some sort of large aggressive cat that I don't think is probably legal to own in this state or maybe any states, but it was sleeping earlier, but it seems like it's starting to get hungry, and that's worrisome. There's a Night of the Living Dead poster, it's a pretty rad poster. I'm a fan of it. The hooker we ordered before we started the podcast for the night seems pleased. She's now sleeping. She seems content for the moment. She might want some heroin in a little bit. Oh, hey.
I heard heroin.
Just doing some narration on
Ooh.
the dimensions of the room.
Oh man. So what did you describe about my room?
Well, you can check that out later. and
Fair enough. Fair enough.
most likely cut it out.
Yeah. Well, oh, you know what? We were gonna talk about the Night of the Living Dead poster.
And I brought that up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
But I also
Did you bring up something weird about it?
well, no. I just brought up how I admired it, but then I also brought up Tammy. I mean, shit.
Uh-oh. Okay, who's Tammy?
I'm sorry.
Who the fuck is Tammy?
Didn't mean to say your name. Just the.
Uh-oh.
We can. You can cut
We're gonna
that
get
out.
into some
You
fucking
can cut that
bullshit.
out. You can cut that out later.
I don't know now. I gotta get to the bottom of this.
I don't.
Fucking...
I know we accidentally talked about our illicit activities. Sorry.
Do I got a bitch named Tammy in my fucking place?
You
Are,
do.
are you the kid from The Sixth Sense?
You do now.
Yeah.
What? Wait. Am I the only one that sees her, or?
Yeah. Clearly.
okay.
I don't know who the fuck. I don't. Oh, jeez.
Oh, shit.
Is she
Well,
living through the poster?
I think I referred to her as a hooker, and that's not very. It's not a very sensitive term. The sex worker.
So
Tammy.
Tammy the sex worker?
Let's just let's move on.
Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah.
I guess I imagined a whole thing.
Uh-oh. Well,
Maybe it didn't happen, but well,
I think-
but I had fun in my mind earlier. I thought you were having fun too.
you're the fucking kid
No.
from The Sixth Sense.
I'm heavily winking at the host because I mean, not
shit.
Tammy.
Oh shit.
This woman's not real, folks. It's fine.
Well, no one. I don't think anyone's gonna believe you, but I'm gonna probably have to because I'm probably sharing rent with her.
Hey, I got you. You got to cover your ass. You don't want to acknowledge.
Ah, jeez. Well, Tammy might be the reason for this poster story I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Well, also, like,
Segue.
what I just said about Timmy's like ridiculous shit because I don't know personally, but I would imagine like prostitutes are probably like triple the price that it would usually be right now. They should be.
You think so?
Probably.
You think so? Yeah, maybe. I mean, all right. Triple sounds fair. Because
in this economy,
COVID is double,
yeah.
and then smoke inhalation is triple because you got to go out there and you got to
And then
risk.
when you get your usual like avenues, modern avenues shut down, that you could do that through. It's like it's back to old school.
Right.
So like the 70s again, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that sounds about right though. It sounds about right. It seems like if you really, really want to hook her right now, it's gonna require some more money than what you are expected to fucking pay up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any sex workers listening, trying to make a living out there, charge triple.
Charge triple. Okay. You know, maybe Las Vegas should be fucking thinking about
If you're
this,
not
too.
already. Yeah.
Las Vegas is legal too. So okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this fucking
Yes. Tell
poster
me.
story.
It sounds like there's. Wait. All right.
Okay.
Wait 1 second.
Okay. Could you grab me one too? Just
Yep.
yeah, I might need a batter up as well.
Yep.
Justin's grabbing a couple more beers. He brought a sixer over here, and just for all, we've been drinking. We've been drinking. You know, fuck the world. The world is literally on fire for us. So we're looking
Ours is, yeah.
we're looking at the fucking world in such a way where it's like, all right, whatever fucking happens here, it's just gonna go down the way it happens. So we're gonna just live our fucking lives. I mean, 2020 has been a motherfucking shit show. So what can we do? Except party a little bit and call it a goddamn day. So
I did like when you first started narrating me grabbing beers. It sounded almost like a golf commentator.
and Justin, going to the fridge.
Yes.
Picking up some beers. I wish I had the headphones because I would have hearing it right now. And he's going for it. He's cracking them out from the plastic.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll have to make sure I cut them up.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I fucking beefed it. Hold on, we're gonna pause this because I fucking spilled some shit.
All right. Just an update for you folks. Our host has spilled his drink. I think it appears he's now vomiting and maybe shitting at the same time. I can't tell. It's might need to take a minute. I believe he'll recover shortly. Still through it all wearing this fucking Detroit Lions hat.
Well, that has okay. Look, man, that's got nothing to do.
He's back. He's back.
That's got nothing to do with me vomiting and shitting on the floor. Okay, what just happened just now? All right, well, okay, all right. Obviously, y'all heard a fucking splatter, and believe me, we both heard it too. And so, what happened was I spilled a drink that I had, and it was in a cup. Ronan poured me a drink, a generous drink, and it was what's that? The fucking Clamato? Is that what it is? Is that what it's called? Yeah. So, and it tasted good. It tastes like a fucking Bloody Mary, fucking tasty motherfucker. I was looking forward to drinking the rest of that.
Tastes like a V8.
Yeah.
Which I find disgusting, but
well, I enjoyed it, and I'm half tempted to lick it up off my floor, even though I fucking dried it up now.
Oh,
I'm thinking about licking my floor.
did a little bit.
Yeah.
Come on, be honest with the people.
It was pretty tasty. Yeah. So, but anywho, I got another beer. Been drinking these Olympia beer.
A normal ass working man's beer.
The middle class beer of the West Coast. Because they don't got them in the Midwest. Because I never seen one my entire fucking life until I fucking moved out here into Portland last year. Because I'm losing my breath right now talking. Yeah. So, and you know what? I fucking prefer this beer a whole hell of a lot more than any goddamn West.
It's a good save.
Midwest beer. Yeah. No, I like this beer. It's fucking cheap as hell, and gets the job done, and it fizzles out like a motherfucker when you fucking crack it open on a fucking hot Wednesday night, right? It's smoking like a motherfucker up out here, there, right? Not in here, I hope. Does it smell like smoke in here?
I mean, mildly, but no more than it does inside anywhere else in the city right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Less than it does at my apartment.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Well, god damn it, man. We're drinking some smoked beer tonight. I want to cheers to that. You got your fucking beer? You got a beer going?
Yeah. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah, cheers, brother. Oh, yeah.
One nice. Yeah. You saw where I was going with that. One nice thing about all the smoke infiltrating everything is like can drink a well whiskey and it tastes like a barrel aged scotch because there's smoke infiltrates it.
Yeah.
So,
It's smoky scotch. Yeah.
yeah. Old Crow suddenly tastes like fucking Black Label Johnny Walker. Not really.
Oh, shit.
Not really. It doesn't.
Oh, man. What is it? Is it Templeton? That's like that smooth shit.
Yeah. It's my
Dude.
favorite. That's my favorite rye.
I had that fucking shot for my birthday. I'm like, I don't give myself a nice shot every I don't know, every day or whatever. So
Yeah.
So yeah, I had one of those. And it's because of what Todd up at the bar.
Todd loves that shit.
Todd
Yeah.
loves that shit, man. Like
I think the only reason they've been keeping it in stock is originally because of me and
because
Todd.
of Todd, you and Todd,
wanting-
yeah.
Yeah.
It's smooth, man. It's
I've
some
been-
good shit.
Too poor for it lately.
Yeah.
Even though,
yeah.
Even though our bar, I think it's only like $7 a shot. And a
It
lot of
is.
other places, it's like $9 or $10.
No way,
But yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Really?
But yeah, Templeton's the shit.
Man.
Very smooth, rye. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm a fan.
Well, Todd was a really fucking nice guy one night, and he bought me a shot, and yeah, he told me about, because he was like, because I was just gonna have a shot of Old Crow, but then he's like, oh no, and then like he was like, have you ever heard of Templeton and all that, and so I'm like, no, I don't.
He's like a
I don't know.
salesman about
Yeah.
that shit.
Well, yeah, I'm like, I don't know shit, and then like I don't know, because I genuinely, I really am very, I have poor knowledge of liquor, and especially when it comes to regional stuff.
Yeah.
Templeton, I don't know if I've ever heard of it out in Michigan. So for anybody back in Michigan, if you fucking know, call me out on that. Let me know if you've seen it around there. It's some smooth shit.
Yeah.
So
I actually don't remember where it's even from. I don't think I've seen that outside of the Northwest.
yeah. Well, that makes sense. It makes sense. But it's some good shit, some good fucking whiskey. I mean, yeah. So he fucking gave me, he gave me some shit, and no, he gave me he gave me a shot or bought me a shot, and I did not forget how fucking awesome it was, and so, I had a shot on my birthday. I just was like, I'm like, fuck it. Sounds like a good day to have it, and so. I usually the good whiskey I go to is a generic brand, which is just like Jack or whatever, and so
Man, that's not good whiskey.
yeah, you don't like Jack at all.
Nah,
not a lot of people
for the
do.
price. It's like, yeah,
It is
it's
overpriced.
available everywhere. So if that's the nicest option, but
Yeah,
not like
It's like the Budweiser of whiskey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's always like $6 or $7 for a shot of Jack, and it's just not as good as like even like Bullet's pretty like ubiquitous everywhere now,
But
and
it's
I'd
good.
rather drink Bullet than
Yeah.
for it's like the same price.
Yeah. Like, like. Yeah, like Jack is just like, if you want some good whiskey, you gotta pay this much for it. And it's just, yeah, and I'm like, and I'm always just kind of like, yeah, I know, I guess, yeah, I don't know other whiskeys. All right, fine. Yeah, I like, especially if it's just like, we got 3 whiskeys in this bar.
Yeah,
We got well whiskey, we got medium whiskey, and then we got Jack.
Jack is the highest. Yeah.
Jack's the highest we go.
We've got the Budweiser of whiskey as our highest. Yeah.
Yeah, go with it. We're closing down next week forever because we're not that good of a bar.
Yeah.
So
We got Jim Beam Black and
Yeah.
Jack Daniels is our highest.
yeah, did I ever tell you my Jameson curse or whatever?
Oh,
Like,
I don't think so.
okay. There was so I used to work for a dude who was a promoter. Like he got like it was like the one year I decided I wasn't gonna play in a band, and so I wanted to stay in music, but I wanted to learn more of the business parts of it, and so being a promoter just seemed like it was up my alley, just like how a show gets set up, and I'm like, well, played enough of those, so I can fucking if I can get to the behind the scenes part of it a little bit, then I mean that would help. That'd be a nice thing to like know, and plus I just want to know. So, so I somehow got myself aligned with like the biggest local dude, like the biggest local promoter in the Detroit area as far as heavier bands and shit like that. And he's booked a quite a amount of heavier bands throughout that time frame that were either on the up and coming or peaking out and shit like that. And so it was a good opportunity for me where I just quit my band, and he knew who I was from the band I was in, and he figured that maybe I got the gist of things and all that. And so then I was working. Yeah, so I was working for his company. I was kind of being a hang around guy for a couple of weeks, and then he offered me a spot to just like intern, I guess, in a way. But there would be opportunities to make money, and so anyway, we would party a lot, and we partied to the point to where I got the first part of my name of Harley, Harley name.
Yeah, all right.
And so the Harley name, you can ask me about the Moon part in a bit here, because I remember you were talking to me about that. So
I've been curious about the origins of the stage name.
Yeah. So I'll give you the first part of it right now with Harley, was that we were partying, and I was already known to being like a little fucking party head motherfucker dude or whatever, and I mean, you can imagine me being at the bar and how you know me right now, being social and talkative. Like, imagine me fucking over 10 years ago, but like amplified, being all like,
oh sure,
yeah, let's go.
Everyone's a shithead in their early 20s. I love the title party head motherfucker, dude.
Party head motherfucker.
Kind of.
Yeah. It's so
more like what I was in my early 20s
yeah.
as well.
I mean, who wasn't back then? I mean, shit. So anywho, he had friends from all over the music scene, people from different bands, like hardcore bands and shit. So there was this one particular dude who was the front man of a hardcore band. Big kind of dude, like not the tallest guy, but definitely a guy who was like big enough to be like, you don't want to get into a fight with this guy.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't want to fuck with him. And so So him and I got hit it off pretty well right in the beginning. I think he just looked at me as a little chihuahua and just was like, "This guy's funny. Like he's a little funny guy." And so then we were drinking, and he makes and my okay. Meanwhile, he doesn't drink, but he made the best cocktails ever. Like he was like the best bartender you could ever ask for.
So he like used to drink.
Maybe, maybe, but
Sure.
but he wasn't. But he was either a year older than me or a year younger than me. So he wasn't really like.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't that old, and I was 23 when I was hanging around them, and so then one night, I guess I was screaming my head off, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I was just having a lot of fun. And so he's saying to my boss, he goes, "Hey, we got to give him a name. We got to give him a name." And so he goes, "You know what?" He was like, "We're gonna call you Harley because you're small like a motorcycle. Or no, you're small but you're loud like a motorcycle."
All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it was like, so that kind of stuck. That kind of stuck with, and then my boss was like, all right, Harley. And then he just kept calling, and he never called me by my real name ever again. And neither did anybody else in that group. So I ended up having this whole group of friends. And meanwhile, I had my old group of friends that would call me by, and then they'd see these guys call me Harley, and they're like, the fuck, why are they calling you Harley? And I'm like,
but I mean, like, in a given or earned nickname, it's always better than like a self-appointed one. Like that, that's right.
Yeah, but that was like the only group that ever like was able to accept that for that. So, but I always appreciated that nickname, and
For sure.
it did make sense for me at the time, even though maybe I've gotten older and I've chilled out a bit, but. I think
it still works.
It still works.
It's cool if you get like titled by someone else, and it's still you just dig it and hold on to that. Yeah, I think it still totally makes sense.
Well, and so, it's a fun name. So
for sure.
It's so. Fuck. Where was I supposed to like lead into something else with that, or were?
Well, you were gonna tell this story about the poster on your wall and how it got ripped because it sounded like some bizarre story.
And you were talking about a bitch named Tammy earlier. So,
let's not talk about.
Okay. Okay.
She seems to be asleep for the moment, and I while you were cleaning up after your spill, I fed the ocelot. I wasn't sure what to feed it, so I gave it beer. But it also seems calmed down. And you probably have no idea what I'm talking about.
This sounds...
Listen to the part of the podcast where you left me alone in the room. But let's talk about this poster.
Oh, fuck. This sounds like an early script for Ghostbusters 3.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, we could make the soundtrack for that. Okay, so I gotta tell you about this poster because... Okay, so I love the fuck out of this poster. It's one of my favorites. And so... You see the bottom right corner?
Yes. There's a very large chunk taken out of the bottom right.
That's not the scary part about it.
Okay.
Now, do you see the top two? Now, one of the corners seems a little bit fucking worn out a bit or whatever.
Yeah.
The other one doesn't seem all that bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So one night
Go on.
I came home, and it was still daylight out actually. So this was like 2 months ago.
This is the Night of the Living Dead poster.
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead
poster.
poster.
Reference.
Yes.
If we didn't.
Yes.
That's
And-
been brought up previously.
Yes.
Just, yeah.
So
For the listeners.
yeah. So I come home. I didn't have my fan on. I had no windows open. It was a kind of a hot day, but kind of hot days don't interfere with this fucking room. Like, I'm talking 100-degree days maybe affect the walls in some little way. Wasn't that kind of day. I came home, and that poster was hanging down from the two sides. So the thing is, all right. So the top, so the top two corners down, hanging low, but now let me ask you this: do you think the thumbtacks would still stay intact on the wall?
Like on the top corners, it looks like it, but
That poster came down, and the thumbtacks were still in the same spot that they were.
okay.
There was
I
no
gotcha.
fucking reason for this shit to ever come down on this little day where it wasn't that fucking hot. Like, I wasn't dying in here when I fucking came home. So,
Well, and did it leave like? It doesn't look like it left rip marks like the poster naturally.
yeah.
Fell down like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is.
In fa-
Describing visual shit is probably not very
Yeah,
good
well-
for a podcast, but like,
Yeah, well,
you know, like,
yeah. Well, the right corner, because there's a little bit of it that's kind of like off. It's gone.
Yeah.
That happened because of the fucking it being gone, it being taken off. So that wasn't something I could fix. Now with the bottom right corner where I'm telling you there's a little
Yeah.
chunk of it off. That had nothing to do with that.
Pretty big chunk.
Yeah, it was still like that when like that little part was still there when I was home.
Oh,
So when it was when I fixed it that it actually got all fucked up. So there, like, the big twist is that the most fucked up part of the poster is my doing and not the poster itself. Even though the poster came down on its own with those fucking thumbtacks on, still on the wall.
securely, yeah,
And
tapped into the wall.
And I've never had an issue with that poster before or any other of these fucking things that I got on my wall. Posters, tapestries. They've never one issue with any of them. That's the only one. So I'm like weird about kind of this stuff a little bit. And so
Would I just retire that poster? So congrats on your bravery. Especially like, to sleep every night, like looking up at that before bed. I'd be like, no, that's too much to me.
Yeah.
Like that's too much for me. Too close to
man. Yeah.
Paranormal activity. Fuck this.
No, I've had a couple of people over here where they've looked at that poster and like that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know how long I want to be here for. And I'm all like, well, it's an iconic movie poster.
Yeah.
And so,
Which I dig, but
yeah,
if there's like a little
Yeah.
haunted history.
I don't know, dude. It was just, I came home to that, and I mean, I have some other stories and all that, which are fucking weird.
Oh
and,
shit!
yeah.
I mean, like, I know you've told me stories
have.
about like the tunnels in the Keller.
Oh,
which
at the
is, like,
Keller Auditorium.
like-
yeah. Creepy tension shit, dude. Like weird as fuck. Like, and you hear shit, and it's just, it's just.
when you're like the only one there
You're-
closing
yeah,
up.
and you know you're the only one there, and that's the thing. And I heard all these, and there were a couple of times where I heard all these noises when I was locking up, and it was just fucking. Oh God, you would hear it within, like, it's a big place, so even if there was a custodian, they were like most likely on the other fucking side or on another floor,
Yeah.
and you're hearing these fucking noises
Nowhere
that are
near.
within within 20 feet
Yeah,
of you,
yeah.
and you're just like, that sounds like a fucking thing making noise. I can't say it's a person anymore because everyone's fucking gone. I watched everybody leave the building. So, and I know there are people out there that are like, you just telling some fucking bullshit ghost story. And like, I fucking believe in this shit, man. I've had shit happen to me
I
for a
believe
lot of
that.
my life.
I believe
yeah,
your
yeah,
story for sure.
yeah. And I got friends that got some fucking stories too that I've been a part of those stories. And yeah, like, no, the Keller has had this kind of little bit of inner employee like legend with that, and
Yeah.
I'm kind of letting it out
Along with
there.
many other old Portland buildings, like
Yeah.
which I guess also like your apartment that just only was built in like 1914.
1914, right, yeah. So, I mean, but that's the thing. Like, maybe I got a particular thing about me that just
Attracts the ghosts.
yeah, wherever I'm going, apparently, because I got some Michigan shit too, and it's, those are some other
I
things.
would imagine there's some pretty haunted shit in Detroit as well.
Oh fuck yeah, man! Like, I mean, there's stuff out in the middle of the nowhere, like in the middle of nowhere, like
even
there's
rural Michigan,
there's places where, you could. I mean, I think they actually took down a bridge or whatever. There was like, I don't know, there's like this whole haunted story, and it's called Morrow Road, and it was I used to go with a friend of mine, and a couple other people sometimes here and there. I went only twice. They would go more than me, and it would be, yeah, it was out kind of in the bit of the sticks a little bit. You kind of got to go a little, like maybe half hour, 45 minutes out of the way to go out there, and so, but you had to go there, and if you hung out there around dead time, which is like 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. ish or whatever, you'd have to, then that was like your best shot of witnessing some shit supposedly. And so there was these theories. The story about Morrow Road was that there was a woman who had a baby, and she didn't want the baby. She left it under this bridge to freeze to death.
I think I actually might have heard, yeah.
Oh yeah,
this like urban legend ghost tale.
Yeah. She ends up killing herself. So like she ends up dying, and then basically, and I'm probably missing a couple of parts of this story.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I heard it. So the thing was, there's all these. If you went on this bridge and you just sat there, you parked your car, you would, you'd see a red light in the distance at a certain time, and you maybe would see it, you maybe wouldn't, but you would also hear, because there was also a farm, there were farms, so you would hear the farm animals all fucking go off at the same time. So you'd hear that, and then there's all these like urban myth legends that are kind of bullshit stories where the woman is actually there, or you see her right in front of your car, or she's right in the back seat screaming, and so
right behind you.
Yeah. So there's all these little things, but when I went out there on one time, nothing happened. But there was another. But I saw a light. I saw a light one time, and when that happened, I saw the red light that was described. Saw it from afar, and it's supposed to keep coming at you as if it's getting closer, but it doesn't fucking. ever get to you. And so we saw this light. We all saw it. It was like three of us. But at the same time, we also heard the farm animals going off, and they were all going
Fuck
off.
that.
And it was just like, I don't know. Fuck. And then there's that red light, and so nothing else really happened after that. But we ended up exploring a little bit more, and we saw some dark fucking tunnels that were like tree, like the tunnels were tree bound, like or whatever. Like, so if you went through it,
Yeah,
you're-
just
you're-
like
yeah, it's like
nature to overtake
Blair
it
Witch
and-
shit, dude.
Yeah.
And dude, we were like, do we want to go down that? And then we're also like, no, it's like 3 a.m, and no, thank you, not right now. Like we were pretty young back then. I was like, I think I was like 19 or 20, and yeah, I was not in the mood that night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, so, I don't know. And then, but that same time, within like, I think a couple of months, I had a buddy of mine, that same buddy that was in the car with, I was living with him, I was staying with him in his apartment, and and he started having a nightmare, and he was just fucking saying some shit. He was like, oh, no, and so I'm waking up, and I'm like trying to shake him out of it. I'm like, yo, dude. And so,
Yeah.
and he's like, and then I'm like, eventually I woke him up, and he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, you all right? And he's like, dude.
Just waiting for him to get back in that space between like, yeah.
Yeah, and he goes, dude, I just had this dream that this girl was at my bedside singing London Bridge is Falling Down. And I'm like, jeez.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Like, so, and so he had some weird thing with that, and I don't know. He's got all sorts of stories. I'll have to save that for him to tell one day, because I plan on having him on here. Just some, I don't know, dude. Like, but
I for sure had similar like creepy roommate sleep stories. I've been told by roommates I've also done pretty fucking creepy things
Really?
while
Really?
sleeping.
Like
yeah. Like, well, I mean, like, I guess, like, I have, hasn't happened to me in a long time, but I've had, like, definite periods where, like, I get legit night terrors, and you're just, like, stuck between, I guess, like awakeness and sleep, and your mind's like perceiving really, really terrifying shit happening around you, and you can't,
right.
like, your body's just locked up because your brain's still
Yeah.
in like dream state.
Oh,
But
man.
I but also just like I've heard from other people I've lived with that it just like weird shit that I like shout in my sleep that I don't remember at all.
Oh,
shit
really?
Like that. Yeah. But
My buddies had
I've
shit
also
like
lived
that.
with people who like do creepy shit while they're sleeping, or sometimes just funny shit as well. But like legit. I've never really had the sleepwalking thing, but I've lived with people that like do that, and it can be
Oh my god.
bizarre.
Yeah.
And sometimes even like pretty fucking creepy in the moment, and then like later it's like thinking back on it kind of funny, but it's in the moment it can be pretty fucking creepy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've had I've been having some weird dreams during all this fucking smoke shit.
Oh man, I've been having I don't know what it is even before the smoke shit, but I feel like I've been on a personal tear, like some kind of personal run of just having real vivid, kind of terrifying dreams and remembering them more than I
Oh,
usually
God.
do.
Right. Yeah.
But no, like what kind of shit have you
Yeah.
been dreaming about?
I had okay. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I'll summarize two of them really quick. Because I had a third one that I can't remember, but I remember it was fucked up. But like in a weird way, not in a fucking brutal way. But I had one. The first one was amongst the first few days that it was looking like Mars outside, and I woke up from this one too, and it started off with a female lion falling from the sky, and I'm in this fucking like kind of little area. There was like a building, and it's like kind of like a mall, open mall area ish, and so this female lion just fell from the sky. Looks like it's dead, and then people are like poking it, and I'm like, don't you fucking poke it, like you don't fucking know if that's dead yet, like you don't know, and so it fell from the sky, and so
Yeah.
like, but I'm like, what the fuck just happened, and then all of a sudden it just wakes up, and I felt like it was on its way to attack me, so I'm like, oh shit. So I ran into into these little store areas or plaza, like these, just I went in somewhere, and I went into a fucking utility restroom thing.
Is it like an empty, like post-apocalypse mall kind of scenario, or
No.
like where there's still a lot of
Just-
people walking around and shopping?
Everybody's there.
Oh,
Everybody's doing their
okay.
thing, and
Yeah,
so at
that's
least,
interesting.
but it was like to a bare minimum, and so I went into this utility, like basically it's like a custodial storage slash
Yeah.
bathroom, and so there was a window, like it's like a ceiling window ish, like like in a basement,
Yeah.
So I was like, so I went there to like retreat from the lion, and the lion saw me through the window, and I'm like, oh my god, this thing's gonna probably fucking get in through here, and then it started wanting to make its way in, and I fucking left that, and I closed the door, and I don't know what happened after that. I ended up waking up, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? And then I woke up from a dream today where I fucking helped rob the Hourglass bar down the street.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm like, why? And it didn't even look like the Hourglass. It was just
Sure,
sure.
but just in the dream, you knew that's what this.
Yeah. It looked like a different bar, but I accidentally robbed it because there was because there were these people, these friends are like, hey, you're looking for some under the table work, and I was like, yeah, let's go over. I was like, all right, well, we're gonna go in here really quick, and we're gonna, you can work for a little bit. I'm like, all right, sweet. So then they were looking over these numbers, and they were looking over these things, and they're like, and I was like, what's going on here? They're like, oh, you don't gotta worry about it. And so then like they walk out with a bunch of money, and then they were like, you want to get paid today? And like, I'm like, yeah, sure. And so then they had me do something, and then we got caught, and then it was just like, yeah, we're about to go to jail because we just got caught for doing this. And I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, we were stealing the shit, and they were just like, they're like, yeah, you fucked it up, you fucking idiot. And so I'm like, whoa. And then I woke up from that, and I'm like, what in the fuck was that about? And like, I have no intentions of stealing ever either. So that was like a.
Yeah,
It's like a.
like I don't know what that's about for you. Yeah, I don't don't strike me as the kind of guy that would steal anything ever, but like I can. So like I worked for a long time for like an armored truck company that like delivers money everywhere. While I was working there, I remember having really similar dreams sometimes where like I would be at home and like there's in the dream it's like I have like these huge bags of money like in my closet or something, and like would be freaking out. It's like I didn't take this. I don't know how this is here. And then like like the cops or like my bosses would show up at my door like looking for the bags of money, and just like having these weird dreams where like it's like it's in my house, but I didn't fucking like do this in like just those stress dreams of like that I think result from just handling bags, like literally thousands of bags of money every day, and like those stress dreams of like I didn't steal this and they're coming for me. Like, yeah.
Right.
Like, how do I like and then like the most stressful like breaking point is usually when I wake up, and then like it's like oh shit, thank God, like okay, nobody planted bags of money in my house.
Right.
Nobody's actually coming after me. Like, Jesus Christ, it's just like a stressful daily environment to be in.
Oh my God. Right. Yeah. I mean, oh my God, dude. Like, some dreams are just so fucking strange. Like, and then you don't remember a lot of them.
Weird animal dreams too, like like a dead lion falling from the sky, and then like
I didn't trust it. I'm like, that's a fucking lion, dude. I don't know why it fell from the
like
sky.
in the dream, you were like, stop poking that; it's gonna come to life. And then when it did, for sure, like
that was that was like, I don't even know if it was supposed to be symbolic to me, but it fucking happened. And
well, I mean, it might. I'm not gonna try to like interpret or analyze your dreams, but it might have something to do with this pet ocelot that you've taken on. You probably aren't aware of it, but you'll just have to listen back to the part where I was in here alone. And,
don't tell me. Oh God.
No,
no.
I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah.
But maybe, perhaps, I claimed that you had a pet ocelot that looked hungry in your room. I was trying to make you sound more exciting.
Yeah. No.
Exotic.
No, I just got a bunch of fucking space and music bullshit up in here, and I got two dead guys that are looking at me all the time anyway, too.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And then I got a fucking dead bitch that wants to stay on my wall.
That's yeah. You are kind of surrounded by dead people on the walls.
Yeah.
Um,
So
But I might have said something less than factual earlier. For listeners that he does not own a pet ocelot in a cage, and
oh boy.
we did not actually hire a sex worker that's asleep on the bed. Anyway, I mean, let's just move on. Don't worry about it. Just put this out as it is, and then that part will be fine. You don't need to go back and
Who fucking cares?
You don't need to go back and fact check
that. I could fact check it. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh man.
Just don't leave me alone in the room, or I might,
Well, yeah. Apparently, my fucking haunted shit is lingering around. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, like. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I got some shit lingering with me. I think. I don't know. Maybe not, but. I mean, that particular poster falling down was like one thing where, I don't know, because I like zombie movies and shit too. And so Living Dead, civil unrest, like that, all that kind of shit.
It seems symbolic in some way.
Yeah, and like, why wasn't it Johnny Cash? Why wasn't it Kurt Cobain?
Yeah.
Why wasn't it my fucking stupid Foo Fighters poster? Like, why was it the zombie? Why was it the Night of the Living Dead one? Like, why? Nothing. I can't explain it. Like, I don't know what could have made that happen. Cause, yeah, that fan was not on that day. I didn't even, like, the box fan that you see in here, I didn't even get that until a couple of weeks ago. That happened 2 months ago.
I mean, if the pins were out, there's no explanation.
No.
Reasonable explanation.
I don't fucking know. I don't know what the fuck. I just don't fucking know. It happened, and I had to react to it in a way where I'm like, okay, that's another thing to fucking tally on the creepy shit that's happened to me this year, on top of everything else that's happened this year. So I'm like, all right, well, jeez, fuck. So, I mean, I got a buddy of mine that fucking, we both heard somebody walking up the steps of my old place. I lived on the upstairs on the second story of a house back in Michigan, and we used to hang out in this living room area where my bedroom was right next to, and I had my other roommate lived in the room, in another room, and so he wasn't home. My other roommate downstairs wasn't home. Dark as fuck in there, no lights on, but for some reason we're fucking hearing 4 steps going up the stairs. We're thinking it's my roommate. No, it is nobody, because it stopped. And then him and I looked at each other, and we were like,
we both heard that.
Yeah. He's like, did someone coming up there? And I'm like, I don't know, man. You're closer to the stairs. Why don't you look? And so he's like, he looked at me for a second. He's like, okay. And so he looks down. He's like, it's dark down there. There's no one down there. And I'm like, go down there.
He's like, you're the one.
I'm like, well, why don't you just go down? This is B, the guy from the other one.
Okay,
Yeah, so I'm like
gotcha.
telling him to go down, and so he goes down. He actually turns on a couple of lights, and then he comes back up, and he's like, "There's no one home. Like, no one's home." And I'm like, did you look out inside and like see if any of the cars were there? And he's like, no one's there. And I'm like, what did, what did we just hear? And so
Yeah.
he's like, I don't fucking know. And that happened to us twice too. So that was like the first time. And so I tried telling my roommates. They didn't believe us.
Yeah.
They were like, "You guys smoke too much weed."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Yeah, maybe," but like,
also,
we heard that at the same time. Like that could have just been. I'm like,
I mean, yeah. Also,
distinct
weed's not
steps.
a fucking hallucination.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I'm talking absolute. You know when someone's creeping up the steps.
Yeah, when
kind
it
of thing.
sounds that real and physical. Yeah. You're like,
Oh
yeah.
God, they didn't believe us, whatever, but it happened, and I don't know. There were a couple of things that happened in that house. I had something happen in a couple of places, so it was just, yeah, it was, yeah, I don't know, yeah, like B would definitely understand. So he, what the fuck, man, just. Yeah, I'll have to talk with him about that one soon. I want to ask him what he remembers about it, actually. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Fucking, I got a lot of creepy stories, but I know that there's a lot of people out there like, yeah, all 6 of my listeners be like, hey, I don't believe you, man. So, I'll keep the ghost stories few and far between, but yeah, I had to share that one with you because you're definitely, you see that poster the way it looks, and I had to tell somebody about that one. So
Yeah.
fucking weird. Yeah. Oh jeez. So yeah, man. Like, so what was it? So tomorrow, is there a basketball game going on?
Yeah. Tomorrow, to smoothly transition from ghost stories to professional sports.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Not a good segue, but whatever.
Oh, hey, it's
I
like I wouldn't know how to do that shit.
don't know, man. I was thinking about basketball.
I don't think you need to.
No.
But yeah, tomorrow night, fucking blazing hot Miami Heat versus Boston Celtics.
Who are you rooting for that?
You know, at this point, I'm pretty. My usual teams are out this year. Like, obviously, Blazers fan.
Right.
Love the Spurs. I don't really have like a full on like horse in the race, but I like the Heat a lot right now. Like,
Me too.
I'm
Me too.
It's just I'm very impressed by them. Like,
Right, yeah.
I didn't think. I thought Milwaukee was gonna be a shoe in. Not maybe not a full shoe in for the finals, but you know, I like that team a lot too, and I like good matchups, and I like when a smaller market team is that successful and they
Yeah.
just kicked ass in the regular season, and it's. But yeah, I don't know. Miami going 3-0 on them, and at that point, I was like, I don't know. All bets are off.
Mhm.
I'm a
Right.
Heat fan for the rest of this. I guess like it's just a very interesting. Like Miami is big market, but I think they've really overachieved this year. So
Yeah.
I totally Boston's a really good team too, but
Right.
I can totally see the
Yeah.
Heat. They already took game one, barely. I can totally see them going to finals.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the way I was seeing it is if the Heat can beat Milwaukee, then they're going to the finals.
Yeah,
and then
yeah, exactly.
And I didn't think they were gonna beat them that bad. I
No.
didn't think so at all.
I thought they'd
Yeah.
get a couple wins against them, 6-game series or
Yeah.
something. But
So Giannis out, which was a team which his team was believed to be in the finals, and then now you got Kawhi out. You know, like
Yeah.
Clippers gone.
I mean, as far as the options left, I'm mad at Denver either. I have no personal
Yeah.
I'm indifferent about the Nuggets, but
hmm
I was kind of, as far as the options left, hoping Clippers over Clippers Bucks finals, and neither of those things have happened. So it's just
Right. Right.
At this point, I'm just excited about the matchups. This is I don't know whether it's weird because guys don't have to travel between games, I guess.
Right.
So there's
it's
that.
a big thing, I think.
But you also don't have any of the home court
Right.
advantage, which is an aspect. But this has been the most competitive playoffs race
Yeah.
I can remember.
Yeah, taking away travel and home court. Here's what you get. So who's really the best of the best, and I guess in that realm, because travel and dealing with being on the road and playing a game, that's that does gotta play into some factor, and
Yeah. Can
and
wear
pressure.
on you physically for sure.
Right, and there is pressure in that. So, yeah, you gotta of course you gotta see that dynamic. But when it comes down to it, I guess it's just all bullshit aside, you're playing there in the same realm. You're all in the same city. Each game, who's the best actual team playing? So
And to me right now, that looks like the fucking Heat.
it'd be, dude, if they fucking won, that would be wild. That would be really wild. I could definitely see a Lakers and Heat
Yeah.
finals.
I think that's how it'll end up.
Yeah, and that'll be pretty cool to see, I think. I mean, at this point, look, it's great that the Nuggets upset the Clippers. That's pretty fucking. I didn't see that coming. I really didn't at all.
I
Yeah,
don't think anyone did.
yeah. But Kawhi choked and Paul George
Well,
denied.
Paul George
Yeah.
fucking choked.
Yes. So, yeah.
And then Pat Bev went out.
Yeah.
After the last game, and there's other little factors like Montrezl Harrell didn't play very well. He hasn't played very well in the playoffs. Which
Yeah.
I fucking love him, but hasn't played very well this year in the playoffs.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think the Lakers. I'm gonna say the Lakers take the Nuggets in 6 games.
Man, I don't know anymore. It's such a wild. It's fun, but it's such a wild postseason or whatever the fuck posts.
Yeah, here we are. Whatever it is,
Um,
playoffs, whatever.
The one thing I'd say is Denver has a chance to beat essentially. Lakers have Rondo back. That helps.
It does. Yeah, it does.
But you're essentially still just beating Anthony Davis and LeBron James.
Pretty
and,
much. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I honestly thought in that first round, Blazers could have got a couple or three on them.
Yeah.
Because and I guess what Nuggets are working with is like similar strengths that they have to use against them. They have a couple. Well, they're better defensively than the Blazers. That's, but they have like Jokic and Mason Plumlee can bang down low with
Was it Jamal Murray too?
that's I think that'll be the X factor in that series because like if he plays against the Lakers like he just did in that Clippers series, like Lakers' biggest weakness is that perimeter defense, and Denver for a long, like the last few years, I guess I won't say a long time, but yeah, it kind of just considered them like they have a lot of depth, but they really, it's like you got one star, Jokic, and then you just have a shitload of other really solid guys. But the way Jamal Murray's playing, it's like maybe he's that second star.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
And
yeah,
the Lakers' weakness is perimeter defense and shutting down threes. And if he hits them like he has been,
yeah.
And Jokic can do a little bit of that too, and
I think the Nuggets.
It'll be an interesting matchup.
Yeah.
I still think. I mean, that could also just be. I think part of the Blazers' problem was they were just out of energy to get in there. That everyone looked tired. And then
oh boy!
After a 7-game series with the Clippers, it could be the same case for the Nuggets.
Right.
I would love to. I would love it if the Nuggets won that series. But
right. Yeah. No, for sure.
I hope they at least get a couple.
I think that's why I'm gonna say 6 games.
Yeah. It's probably a good prediction.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna say 6 games, and then Nuggets are gonna sign a big piece in the off season, and I think the Heat will do the same thing too. Giannis, I don't know. Is he gonna fucking go somewhere? Like, is he gonna leave Milwaukee?
It's gonna be from what he's saying. If you take that at face value, then he's contract wise or franchise wise, like, will be the Dame Lillard of Milwaukee. Not at all. Not talking about like play style or position or anything like that. But he's saying like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here and building this. And like, what we already got is good. But
he needs a Dame Lillard.
Well, I mean, I know there's talk of like trying to get Chris Paul over there on like a 1 year, which that'd still be pretty mean. Like Chris Paul's about to turn like 36, but
no, he could. Chris Paul could still fucking pull it off.
He doesn't rely on like athleticism.
Giannis would
assister,
take. Yeah, Giannis would take a lot of the workload off of him. So
with Giannis, Chris Middleton, and Chris Paul, like they could just at least for like a season, I think they could just run with pick and roll every play and like have so many options they wouldn't have to do much else.
Oh man!
But
yeah,
like
Oh, I really felt for Chris Paul not making, not advancing in the playoffs. Like losing to Houston, I think. Yeah, just
Yeah.
it would have been
I don't
great
feel
to see
too
him.
bad for him, but
Oh yeah. So
But yeah, I
well
know,
between
I got
him
you.
and Harden though, between
Yeah,
him and Harden,
I-
like
as far as losing to that team,
yeah, I don't know, like Chris Paul
and
seems.
Westbrook.
Oh God, yeah. I hate Russell Westbrook, man. I don't know about that guy.
That is, I think
I don't hate him,
The
but-
general Northwest sports fan consensus.
Yeah.
I
I
don't like
understand
him either.
why there's hate though, and
He's a shit talker. He seems like a fucking douchebag on a personal level.
Yeah,
and he doesn't back up
yeah,
his shit talk with consistent play. Like,
yeah. He just keeps talking shit. Like,
it can
dude.
go like 7 for 25 and
Yeah.
hit no threes in a game and
where's your fucking championship?
pass
Like,
it out of bounds and have 7 turnovers in a game and still be
yeah,
talking shit. Like
motherfucker, you don't got a ring, dude. Like,
yeah.
like these other guys that usually talk shit, more often than not, they got a fucking ring. So it's like, okay, fucking, hate on them all you want, but they've been winning and they got proof of it and
Something to back it up. Yeah.
yeah, like oh fuck, dude from the Golden State Warriors, everyone's fucking always
Draymond?
yeah, Draymond Green, yeah, like that guy's a fucking personality, and so but people fucking, oh man, they can really not like that dude because he's just always shit talking. But how many rings does he have already?
Yeah.
So
I think
and they're not done
he
yet.
sometimes shit talks above his level because the rings were not. He's a key piece in getting those rings, but he's not. It's not Steph or Clay. Like,
Yeah.
it's sometimes like
Yeah.
punches a little bit above his
Right?
level. But,
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
But you
But
respect.
he's kind of
him.
like he's kind of like the Dennis Rodman of that team.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I could see that, but he's not a bad player though. I mean,
Not at all.
I mean, dude can fucking ball, man. Like, and I mean, watch out for Golden State next year. I mean,
It's so shitty that the Blazers were so hurt, just like health wise, with their
Oh,
roster
yeah.
the same year
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Golden State was. 'Cause
Yeah.
if they weren't, this would have been like their
what a good
prime
fucking chance. God.
But yeah, Golden State might be right back in it.
This
next
is why the
year.
Lakers are gonna fucking win it this
I
year
know.
because Golden State isn't in the fucking picture, and
Yeah.
yet they got to get a number 1 fucking pick or number 2, whatever the fuck they were. They got a good goddamn pick. So, do they really need that? I mean, they're just
Not really.
No, they just got plagued with injuries this year, so they just were able to tank.
Well, I think they're hunting for a good center, and I still, I don't know if I don't think this draft class is very good. I haven't paid too much attention, but I haven't heard too much buzz besides fucking the latest ball child, like LaMelo
Yeah.
Ball. Which,
Yeah. Oh yeah. What was it, LaMelo?
Yeah, like whatever.
Yeah.
If he ends up being good, fine. But
Right. Wait, well, when are they supposed to do the draft this year?
it's still, yeah.
What? Probably
they're still-
November or whatever. Or
I know they're.
but aren't
like,
they supposed to do the
everything's
season?
tentative. They're trying
Yeah.
to like. They're saying like. Be try to start the next season in like fucking January.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, that's fucking. I don't know. I have. Yeah, like, what do you do about next season for
Yeah.
everything? Everything is upside down. So,
I think you'd try to do it like a lockout season and have it like a 60-game season, but I don't know what they're gonna do.
You could do that.
At least if you don't want to like
right.
just keep everything pushed back so everything
Right,
happens
right.
at different times from now on. But
Yeah, so
I don't know.
maybe baseball's getting a head start on it since they already are doing the 60-game season.
Yeah.
You could do that with the NBA, and you can definitely do that with the NHL.
And 60 out of 82, you could still do that, and it's less of a loss than like MLB, where there's like 120 games.
Right. It's basically 3/4 3/4 of a season that you're playing still. So it can still hold some type of significance.
Right.
Like
makes no asterisks.
Yeah. It would definitely make things more competitive too, because you gotta really fucking win, and you got all these teams too that are fighting at the same time. So it gives the worst teams even a chance to somehow rebound and thrive in under pressure situations. I don't know.
Man, after this year, I'm almost like it would be an extreme change, but I'm almost like have that like I don't put everyone on a isolated campus every year and have people fight for the 8th spot and then do the playoffs. They'll never do that because
they need the people, they need money, they need all that
which
shit.
Makes total sense.
Right. But
they're still losing plenty of money not having fans to pay for tickets. And everything else that comes along with that, like even whatever concession sales and arenas, and that's a lot of people are out of jobs doing that kind of stuff.
Right. And
but competitive wise, it's been like, damn, this is pretty fun.
Right.
Just as watching it as a fan.
Yeah. So, I just wish that the commercials would get better.
All right. Yeah.
You know where I'm going with this, man.
I think I do, and I wholeheartedly agree. But I think there's one particular one that.
Oh yeah, you heard me.
Really grinds your gears.
You heard me go off about this one. And this started.
It is awful.
It's fucking stupid. Yeah. Okay, Cricket Wireless. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like the mascot. I don't give a fuck about what the cell phone shit represents. I don't give a shit. It's just the fucking mascot makes no fucking sense to me. It makes zero sense. It's just this green thing. Like it's like it's just. God, it could be a number of fucking things. Like for me, the first thing when it's green, it's a fucking booger. It's just a big goddamn booger. And the big commercial was this green fucking thing, like just on the couch, and it's like pretending to exercise, and I'm like, what is this? And like, what is going on here? Like, it's promoting a fucking phone plan, but it's also like, I need to get in shape. And like, where are we going here with all this? It's a booger trying to get in shape. I don't understand this entirely. Like, what is a booger trying to do get in shape?
I think you previously compared it to like the also awful like Mucinex commercials of just literal like phlegm wads.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It looks like that.
That's what it should have been. That's what the Cricket Wireless guy should have been.
But for some reason, it's cell phones.
Yeah, for some reason, it's a green fuck, and you know, and whatever it is, and apparently there's other colors too. Like there's like yellow, or there's. Yeah,
really?
I saw another color, and I think there's actually maybe one or two more. It's fucking like What are they? Like that? This is where I'm thinking advertisement is just really fucking failing here, and where it's just running out of it. Well, people don't really They don't need to know the identity of a mascot. They just need to know the information and some cute, quirky little thing going woo, and fucking. Like, really? Is that really how you're looking at us? As
The
like being
depressing thing is, like, I think they're right, and they don't
Yeah,
have to make any
well,
more effort than that because people are that fucking stupid.
Oh God,
Like,
there is that though. There is that. Like, well, it's green. I'm gonna call it cricket right now. Like, why don't you have an actual fucking cricket as your goddamn mascot if you're gonna really go to town on this
that
in a
would make
cartoonish
sense.
way? Fuck, man, you don't need Jiminy Cricket, but you can do something else with it. God, lack of fucking, just lack of imagination. There is
Yeah.
no imagination anymore in the world of advertisement. It seems like it's just you get the message across. You're getting that across as long as you do that, and you throw some stupid little whatever the fuck animation or some stupid little like cute kid sounding song with like a dun, 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 oh, look at me, I'm being a dope, and oh, here's a funny commercial. And it's just like, how often do we have that kind of shit?
man, that was like another thing I got really fucking sick of, like, going back into, like, as a potential career path if you, like, get a degree in music, is like
Film scoring and shit.
well, and like commercial jingles.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Well, like,
I've thought about that
I could,
too.
like, every fucking insurance and cell phone and whatever else the fuck commercial is, like, somebody playing 3 chords on a ukulele and somebody else, like, playing a little glockenspiel, like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Xylophone or whatever for
it's
iPhones.
like, oh, I could fucking
Yeah.
do that right now. Why would I need to pay like $80,000 for a degree to get the connections to
Right.
do, like,
Right. Yeah.
fucking, that sounds so fucking miserable.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so like, I write a bunch of bullshit, and I've got a couple of stuff. I got a couple of like ideas where I'm like, I listen to them and I'm like, I could really, I bet I could actually sell this to like a cell phone company or something or whatever. And
You could.
like,
It's just literally.
I'm like, I don't know if I really want to do that, but I'm also
Well,
like,
yeah, that too,
I
but it
could.
literally only has to do with, like, if you know the person who's buying, and
Yeah.
it's like
yeah, but I'm also
paying
like,
for a degree in connections
Yeah.
to make bullshit, like,
well, I'm torn between this place where when it comes to music, I take a great deal of pride in the music I write. But then I'm also like, well, I don't know what I'm ever gonna do with this shit. Like, am I gonna fucking make something with it, am or am I gonna fucking, or I don't know, or I don't know. If I'm not gonna do anything with it, then am I gonna go fucking, or am I gonna sell it to like pay my rent or some shit like that? Like what? I don't know. There's just as a musician for me, even though I'm not doing anything right now, I just have these wonders of like, it's like, well, I know I can do something in music. I just don't know what I'm going to do. So so it's,
but I mean, it depends on what you mean by do with it, I guess, because like if you're driven to make it by yourself anyway, even if you throw it out into the ether of the internet and 5 people ever give a shit. If the process in doing it was the thing, then it's like, believe me, it's not encouraging, and still like an internal debate
can
I
be
have all the
soul-sucking.
time about whether
Right.
that was fucking worth my time. But
Right.
but if you are really about it and that's what makes you happy and is the best thing, and you want like to
Right.
do that, you want to spend your time on, then you will do that,
Right.
regardless of like if you ever make any money or if it ends up costing you money to do it. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't that
Yeah.
way, but
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like, for me, like, I've been playing for almost 20 years, and I got into it to learn how to write a song, and so now I'm at a point where I'm like, well, I don't know if I'm ever gonna be in a band again, or I don't know if I'm ever gonna perform live again. I don't know anymore, and so
yeah,
but I know I have the ability to still make music
yeah,
to some capacity. So I mean, fuck. I mean, what do I do with it? And I can go whichever direction on it too. It's just, it's like, if I were to be given a project, and if someone asked me like, "Hey, I need this for a commercial," sure,
Yeah.
I'll take it on.
I mean, I can see that because that's like a motivator to, yeah, like I
Right,
mean, we
right.
both talked about like it's kind of like backlog of shit that's on our hard drives that we haven't put out
Right.
anywhere, and
Mhm.
it's like in some sense kind of defeating to feel like what's the point, or like but you know, I know you've been revisiting some of your stuff and like remixing stuff, reevaluating stuff, and it's like I think that's still worth putting out at some point. It's worth the energy. I don't. That's an
Mhm.
unusually optimistic stance for me, maybe, but
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't like wasting projects. I don't like
Yeah.
doing that. I don't like to do it. Like,
because it's just sitting there, and it's like
yeah,
want to do something or get it out there in some way, whether it amounts to
yeah,
any degree of whatever measure of success or whatever you're going
yeah.
by. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the thing that needs to be let go of, at least in my eyes. Is just any expectations of
Yeah.
wanting it to be something like so good that nobody can ignore it. It's just,
Right.
I mean, it's an arrogant way of going about it, but but the thing is, I'm like, I've always strived for this certain thing where I'm like, I know I can do this. Like, I know I can do it. Like maybe it involves more than just me for that particular thing to happen, or whatever. I don't know. So,
Oh, I understand that. And it's like,
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, well-
There's also just like striving for perfection, or like what you
yeah.
personally consider perfection on something you're working on so hard that it just sits around and never goes out into the world in any
Right.
way, like
Right,
which I
right.
have a lot of trouble with. It's like it's never good enough. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Oh no, that's the torment of being a songwriter. I think is just, for one, I think a song is never really finished.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, you know, you end it when you decide it's it needs to be ended.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, it's just tough, dude. I mean, especially nowadays, rock music really just isn't as significant of a thing as it once was. I mean, for someone like you or I at our age, in our early 30s and shit like that, like, we still appreciate it because we grew up on it too. We probably, we've got parents that grew up on
Right.
it, but we also listen to other shit too. I've
Well,
kept,
yeah, I'm not even like mad at that necessarily, or feel like, oh, like it's such a shame that like some sort of old guard is dead. I'm also like a huge hip hop fan, and like
yeah,
to
me too.
me that genre is evolving more rapidly and in more interesting ways than just like guitar based rock is right now. And
Right.
there's not too many, like, there's exceptions for sure, but it's not too many whatever broadly rock or traditional bands that come out anymore that don't sound kind of like boring or derivative to me anymore. When there's a good one, I feel like it hits extra hard now.
For sure.
And it's like, fuck yeah.
Without question. Yeah.
I'm like decreasingly, I still try to keep up and listen to new shit, and just like not a lot of it excites me. Like decreasingly listening to at least the newer shit that's coming out in the kind of broad rock genre, and more listening to the shit that was going on. Like there's still plenty of shit to discover that's already been around that I've not like haven't been aware of from like I don't like the late 70s through like the early 2000s, like
Right.
a lot of
Yeah.
I just think I don't know. Usually the shit that blows my mind in some sort of like traditional rock band format. I discover like some other band from the 90s or something that I didn't know about yet more often than I find
Been
a
there.
band that like
Yeah.
just is happening this year. That still does happen sometimes, and
Right.
I fucking love it when I find one of those. But.
Right. No, it's great. It's great when you can do that. Like, and I've been there. I feel like I find a band every year where I'm like, oh shit, why didn't I hear about them 20 years ago or something like that?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty fucking. No, it's pretty cool when you can still come across a band, and even though they're as old as they are, they're brand new to you.
Yeah.
So, and that's actually.
So it might as well have like.
Right,
this year to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's also the important of, that's the important part or aspect of a band that was famous 20 years ago that is still going today, and how they're still putting out records, and the power of their influence really kind of stands tall. Now, thing is though, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. My beef now, it's an unpopular one that I have with it's Blink-182. Okay, so I loved this band when I was like in high school, middle school.
Like same, yeah.
Okay, so like late '90s when they really broke out and shit like that.
Yeah.
I know that they, I know Dude Ranch was like another album that was like, that's what really kind of got them starting to be big.
It's like my
Yeah. Yeah.
anthem shit in junior
Yeah,
high.
yeah.
Yeah, early high school.
Yeah, and
like,
so then they put out, Enema of the State, and they blow up, and then they put out Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Great fucking album. They put out the fucking self-titled album. I was in love with that album too. I thought that was like them really stepping into a fucking rock direction of no other. And then they broke up. Now, I feel like that's where the band should have just fucking stopped. Right there.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. They should not have. Like,
Well, Tommy Boy has gone on to more arguably important things like discovering alien
but
life
he got
and shit.
justified. He's been justified from that though. Like
I'm not even like kidding. Like it's
Yeah.
so bizarre, but
it is. It is.
like legitimately.
He's doing cooler shit than Blink today is doing.
Oh yeah.
And
Like,
he's not
that's it.
even in fucking Blink.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking awesome. And kudos to him for staying away from Blink right now because they brought in Matt Skiba from Alkaline Trio.
Oh
and,
yeah.
And I used to
saw
be
that.
stoked on that idea because I thought, like, okay, well, if Tom's not going to be in the band, then that's actually pretty cool that, they'll bring in someone like him. No, dude turned into a fucking douche. And they fucking started writing all this fucking garbage shit to stay alive on the radio. And that's all that says to me. And that's talking like how we were talking about music, trying to write hits to be on the radio and like this, this pop shit. So they're listening to all these fucking chirps or whatever in their management, whatever the fuck, without Tom being involved. And meanwhile, Tom's getting paid this whole fucking time.
Yeah.
He's still getting paid through this shit. So
Which makes me wonder why they didn't just like call that a different thing or a new
well, that's
band.
the fucking
Like-
thing. If you're gonna do a fucking group if you're gonna bring in a guy like Matt Skiba, name it something else. But I feel like management was like, well, you're not gonna make as much money.
Without the brand recognition.
You need the name.
But I don't know about
yeah.
that. I think that's probably what they told them. I think the people that are still like paying attention to Blink-182 are keeping up with them enough that they know.
But they are.
Like, yeah, like they could have called it something completely different, and I think it would have been just as fine commercially. I don't know, like-
Well, here's the thing: is that they could have gotten away with still playing Blink songs with that project. There was it could have happened. It could have happened.
Other bands
Yeah.
have done
Yeah.
it.
Oh, fucking the band Oasis, Liam and Noel Gallagher.
Oh,
They still
yeah.
they still play Oasis songs
Yeah.
separate.
Both of them, even though they're like,
They don't give a fuck. And you know what? It's great for the fan base too, because if they're never gonna reunite, at least they can still go see them live and still go hear
Yeah.
these songs.
or like I'm pretty sure like Danzig played Misfit song solo for
Oh,
several
yeah.
years, and so did like the rest of the guys that still called themselves the Misfits.
Right.
Or, like,
Yeah.
There's plenty of
Oh, yeah, yeah.
examples of that. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know. Like, just the people that follow you are gonna follow you. You don't. It's if you're trying to do a rebirth thing, and I guess still hold on to like, well, I want to play the old band songs. I know,
Right.
like licensing and bullshit like that gets can get in the way of that, but I think you can get away with just calling it what it is, like a new band that plays some of the old band songs sometimes. Like,
Well, yeah. Here's why Tom DeLonge will
or
always
same with the fucking like 2 or 3 iterations or whatever the fuck of Black Flag that are like still
Oh, yeah,
happening,
right,
like,
right.
that are all touring as like,
for sure.
we're
Yeah.
Flag.
Oh
like,
yeah.
we-
Now it's
but-
that.
but we play
Yeah.
Black Flag songs. It's like no one's confused. They know
Right.
they're going, and then like Greg still tours as Black Flag because he's the one that was like the founder and has the you know what I mean, like
Sure. Right. But here's where Tom DeLonge will always have my respect. And this started off years ago, was when he did his side project with Travis, Boxcar Racer.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what.
he's done like 3 different ones under like
Yeah, but Boxcar Racer, I'll tell you what, man, that in my opinion is the best recorded punk album or
just
rock.
like produced.
It was just the quality, the recording quality. It's the best I've ever heard in a rock album. Like
I haven't listened to them in forever either, but I bet that
Dude.
shit holds up better than like Blink-182 fucking
dude,
does.
take just. I mean, even if you don't dig the songs anymore,
Yeah.
just take a like next time you're in your car and you can fucking pull them up, to listen to. Just take a listen and just blast that shit. You'll hear that quality and just be like, damn. And that was oh god, what's his face? The guy that fucking he produced them all the time up until their self-titled album. Oh god.
I think like I know this answer and am not remembering. Was it the fucking Vandals guy that did all those?
Hold
I
on.
could be completely
I'll just-
misremembering. Even if it was, I just don't remember his actual name. But
Blink-182 producer.
or would Ross Robinson or
Oh no. This is not it. Tell me bullshit record labels. Okay. Enema of the State producer. Jerry Finn.
oh okay
Jerry fucking Finn. So yeah, I'm ashamed of myself for not remembering that. So yeah, like
you shouldn't be too ashamed.
yeah, but like that guy, fantastic he produced that Boxcar album too, so rightfully so. And yeah, and it was just the best. It was just recorded so fucking well. It was produced so fucking well. And Tom DeLonge really had a big fucking, like, I think he had a big part in having a freedom and being able to make that album the way it was. Because that was, like, his fucking project, and he wanted Travis to be the drummer on it. So Tom DeLonge just always seemed like the standout songwriter to me in that band. And
It seemed like the one that didn't just want to goof bag jerk off all the time and
right.
yeah,
even though they had the
but,
dick jokes and all that. So
like felt like he had, but I mean it's like interesting that he felt like he needed to sequester it into a side project to express more actual like
it led to the fucking self-titled album though that they did before they went on the hiatus. But now here's the thing. They go into the hiatus and they come back. They do one album with Tom. They do an EP with him as well. Doesn't really work out that well. It came out, they did the one album in 2011. And then they did an EP in 2012, I think. And yeah, it just didn't really measure up. It went kind of a little too Angels and Airwaves-ish. And then
Yeah.
And then they're working on another album, and then he ends up leaving, and then here comes Matt Skiba, and it turns into a fucking pop album, and or not a pop album, but it just turns into this.
I mean, pretty much. I don't know. Like Alkaline Trio to me, even in the like prime time period when I would have been into that band, I thought like when I was still into like a lot of other pop punk shit, I never really got the appeal in as much as like I always seemed more about like image to me. I was like, this is just another pop punk band, but they dress kind of gothy and have like darker lyrics, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so yeah, I don't know. That's weird. It was like one of those bands I probably should have been into at the time, and just like never. Like I had friends that were into them and like know some of their shit, but it never really like clicked with me.
Yeah. I was really into them. That guy makes me so upset now. Like just everything he's done since joining Blink, I've loathed it. It's just, I feel like he just doesn't really. I don't know. This is like the inner high school kid in me still talking. Where I'm like, I remember you being in this band and being in Alkaline Trio, and you being about something else, and here you are today, and you're buying all these fucking fancy cars. And you know what? Great. It's great. It's nice that you're getting your payday, but you wouldn't have ever have seen this in Alkaline Trio. You wouldn't have ever have seen it. And
yeah, they did always seem at least committed to, even if it was a bit, they stuck with it. At the time.
I had this worry that there was a rumor going around that for a little bit that Tom was gonna join back Blink and that Matt was on his way out. And so there was this big thing for a little bit, for about a week, where and I remember thinking, I'm like, God damn it, please, Tom does not, you know what? Just let Tom stay away from Blink at this point. I don't need that reunion again. Like I don't care. I don't care.
Check out these fucking UFOs.
Yeah.
More than we need.
I'd rather see that. And I think and let Tom just do Angels and Airwaves. Like just that's it. That's all he needs. UFOs and Angels and Airwaves. That's all. And let Matt Skiba continue to fucking sink that ship of Blink-182. Tom's still getting paid for that sinking ship. He's all good. That's the guy I care about most out of that group. And you know, fucking hate me on it. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. That's that's how I fucking feel on that shit, man. Like I appreciate a good songwriter when I see one, and Tom DeLonge just seems like the fucking dude. I know that Mark can write music, but Tom DeLonge's more of my favorite, I guess. It's a preference thing. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it'd be funny if Blink-182 addressed me one day and just like, hey, you said this one day in a little podcast. We don't like you liking us like this yet. Well, I don't know. Sorry. Write better music if you're going to do it without Tom. Yeah. Well, okay, Justin. I think we're pushing along.
I have no idea what time we're at, but I'm sure it's very long. And
I think we're probably we're probably at 3 hours right now. All right. So yeah, we'll wrap it up at this. Justin, thank you so much for fucking coming out tonight. I appreciate you bearing through this whole fucking wacky ass journey being here.
Thanks for inviting me to do it and having me over. This was really fun. I probably talk too much and just sound like a dumbass.
Nope, you were fine. You were fine. You were fine.
You need to get this ocelot fed, and
Yeah.
so I'll let you.
It's
I'll let you.
ocelot.
I'll
Yeah.
let you close out the episode.
All right. All right. So, all right, we're gonna be out of here. I am Harley Moon, and this has been the On the Moon podcast. That was fucking fun. I'm glad he did that. Yeah.